I'm gonna go ahead. I've added you on there. I'm gonna always call you Kevin, but I added you on there, Kevin. I'm gonna go ahead and send everybody to sleep and
Wait, I know what to make it.
send out rolls shortly.
Can I get a
Yep.
code?
A code.
Already sent it, yeah.
Oh, someone sent it to me.
Wait,
Thank you, Pat.
wait.
I like my
Welcome
background.
back, Kevin. We do appreciate you being here. And guess what? We get to play against each other, or for each other, or whatever. Wait,
Something like that.
Is that the thing from kink.com? Is that what that is?
Okay.
What? Oh, the tower?
Yeah.
It does kind of look like it, actually. Maybe it is. Shit. I don't know. I just
please send us the bed. Oh, please send us the bed.
All right.
I just googled clock tower.
I don't want to go to sleep.
No, because I was like, wait, I know what to change it to, and I go to Discord where I just have like random.
I guess that's it. I guess we're going to sleep. Oh, look at you people with your art. You know what mine is? Mine fucking moves, dude. Alright, alright. That's a really good quality picture, too. Wow. It came out way better than I anticipated. Who dat? Mathtron, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We didn't get our roll yet. What do we think I'm gonna get? Am I gonna get Legion? I feel like I'm gonna get Legion. I feel like I'm gonna get Evil. I feel like I always get Evil when I'm on stream, when I'm actually playing the game. I feel like that's how it always goes. How's the audio sounding over there, people in Streamland? I haven't asked in a while. Yeah, Rope, it's in the channel, so if you want to go and grab the picture of me sitting, hiding and burrowing my face into a pumpkin spice latte squishable pillow, feel free. Oh, Jess, I didn't know there was a game happening on Sunday. I very well might be amnesiac, Fraser. You're 100% right. Alright, so hope the audio sounds good. I tinkered around with something when people said that the music was a little bit too loud. I'm getting soft. Now, do you mean in terms of volume, or do you mean in terms of the way that I handle my business? Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Yeah, I've been having trouble with that because my overall audio, I have to redo everything, basically. But I know that the channel in general is on the quieter side, so I do apologize for that. We're still trying to figure out how to make that work without, like, completely, like, ruining everything and making it sound whack. So, yeah. But I'm hoping we appreciate... again, we're not trying to get to... we're not trying to get to audio... we're not trying to get to audio, like, height necessarily, but we are trying to get to balance. As far as Groin the Sex Dwarf is concerned, well, we're going to find out in the morning, so. But I would like to get my roll first. Still ain't got my roll. I knew we're traveling. We ain't traveling. We ain't traveling. There ain't no traveler. Yeah, as far as the music is concerned, thanks guys for mentioning that. You may notice in our info on the display that the music is provided by Upbeat.io. They are a music licensing group that focuses primarily on hip-hop related beats, instrumentals. Sometimes they do a little bit of cinematic stuff, but that's mostly what it was. It was good rate, you know, basically you get unlimited amounts of info. Whoa, what is happening? Whoa, what is happening? We're changing the seating order. I'm at the bottom. I'm bottom. But yeah, so basically you get, I think it was like $8 a month and you get unlimited downloads. Their UI could use a lot of work, to be fair. It was very difficult to download. I mean, they had thousands of songs. They probably grabbed maybe about 600 or so. They're short. They're like 2 to 3 minutes each. But I grabbed about like 600 of them. And, you know, you get licensing to be able to use it in case you're using it for things like this because it's copyright free. Licensing or license free, that kind of thing. But yeah, really good service. I do recommend them. Hear the chill ASMR scream. That screenshot from the Discord chat is a bit sadistic. Which one? My God, there's so many of them. Oh, the yeah, everybody being Legion. Yeah. Yo, but for real, can I get my roll? I'd like my roll, please. I feel like what they're doing is they're figuring out the roles now. I think Navian and Art are figuring out who is what. Maybe I just don't get a roll. Nah, I've been in my seat the whole time. I don't think we've gotten a roll yet. I don't think we've had rolls given out yet. But that said, for chat's purposes, I will send a DM. What is this I deserve? What do you mean I deserve? I don't deserve anything. Rope, I have been lambasted by you for 42 days now. And by the way, guys, it's been 42 days. The life, the universe, and everything. Rope sent me the thing, and is going to send me another one in about 45 minutes. With the clip of me, you know, the clip. You know the clip. Everybody knows the clip. I'm not going to worry about the clip. Notice you're not sending me a clip of us winning the damsel call. I ain't getting that shit sent to me every midnight, am I? We might very well be, Madeline. I feel like Art would do that. I mean, I don't put anything past Art. Yeah, listen, if you guys want to, like, counteract all of the evil that Rope has done by sending me the clip where I got blown up by my own bad call for the past month and a half, yeah, take a clip of me, calling or winning the damsel call last week. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't watched it yet. Make a clip of that. Send that to me. That'd be better. Bad things happen to those who seek the clip. I mean, what do you talk? Is it like the fucking? Is it like Is it like the Holy Grail? Yeah, gambling. I was just gonna say, why aren't you asleep, dude? Why isn't Patrick asleep? Why are any of you Europeans awake? You're right. I didn't say that, Rope. I said in the damsel part, in the damsel clip that doesn't exist yet. In the damsel clip, I said I actually made a correct call. Yeah, what are some other cursed objects for literary and otherwise? The tape from the ring, the Holy Grail. He chose poorly. Does anyone have any other ones that kind of come up that make you think of like a cursed totem, like a cursed item? Maybe a like a MacGuffin of some kind that maybe doesn't matter. It's the weekend. It is the weekend. I work weekends. I did find out, though, I was supposed to have an extra early morning meeting tomorrow, and it's been canceled. So that's cool. The Ark from Raiders. Yep, the Ark of the Covenant. The One Ring. Ooh, the gold. What is it? The Aztec gold from Cortez in Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. Dude, what happened to Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, the first Pirates of the Caribbean was bonkers. It was such a good movie. Like, when that movie came out, like, it changed everything. Like, that was such a big deal. Like, it made pirates cool again for, like, 3 or 4 years. Oh, that movie was so good. And then they went so bad. Yeah, I know, Damien. I'm very confused. The briefcase from Pulp Fiction, that's the MacGuffin. That's the classic MacGuffin. The sequels for... Alright, so what do I remember from the sequels for Pirates of the Caribbean? So I remember... what is it? It wasn't Mads Mikkelsen. Who was it? Who was the guy he played? He was... oh my god, what is his name? The guy from... Oh, the Maltese Falcon. That's a classic. The guy who played the theoretical physicist in the Avengers movies, like in the Thor movies, the one who, oh god, I can't remember what his name was, but that guy whose name I always want to say Mads Mikkelsen. I know it's not Mads Mikkelsen, but he played, hey, we're the Empath. He played, the guy, oh, what was his name? He played, Bootstrap Bill Turner. Stellan Skarsgård, thank you. Stellan Skarsgård. Perfect, guys. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting a 2 tonight, I'm sure of it. And then there was Davy Jones. Davy Jones was played by, that was Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy, by the way. Oh, wow. I love Bill Nighy. He's fucking fantastic. He's hysterical. Like, if you've ever seen interviews with Bill Nighy, like, he is actually hysterical. Really has this like fantastic British wit about him. He just kind of snaps it off really quick. You wouldn't think so. I mean, maybe you would think so if you've seen him in other stuff. Like if you've seen him in Shaun of the Dead, he was actually hysterical in Shaun of the Dead. But yeah, that's really all I remember. There was a Kraken. There was Bill Nighy with tentacles on his face playing the organ with his tentacles. There was Stellan Skarsgård having fucking barnacles growing on him. There was Keira Knightley looking alright, I guess. You know. But the first one was so good. It's a real shame, Pirates of the Caribbean, because which one was At World's End? Oh, that's right. They came out with like the new ones. Like they did like the whole trilogy. And then, like, they came out, like, a couple months later, or, like, years later, with, like, a new set of movies, and I didn't even bother seeing them. What is that even supposed to be? Love and retweet? Okay. It's alright, I guess. Is there a drunk on this script? Yep, sure is. Drunk Empath? I wanted a Mezephiles. I wanted to be a Mezephiles. Oh, right, Love Actually. That's right, Bill Nighy was in that. And he was hysterical. He was the rock star. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I get a lot of people who come around and say that like a lot of like these like traditional like toxic masculinity bro types think that Love Actually is like the stereotypical like chick flick. But first of all, a lot of people don't know it's a Christmas movie. It's actually a fantastic Christmas movie. If you don't have like, do you have like a Christmas movie repertoire that you watch during the holidays? Love Actually should 100% be on the list. But secondly, it's a really fucking good movie. It's a really funny movie. I had no idea, and I watched it with my wife one time, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago or whatever it was, and I was, like, really impressed because it's a really good movie. Like, despite, like, the way that it was, like, marketed and the way that it was, like, shown, especially to the American audiences, I'm sure. Maybe it was marketed differently in the UK and in Europe, but in the... Yes, I'm mansplaining Love Actually. You are 100% correct. But yeah, it was actually a really good film. I think that people need to give that movie a chance. And if you haven't watched it in a while, if you haven't watched that movie in a while, I really recommend it. I think that it's a really good one. And my personal recommendation would be to watch it during the holidays. I think that that's where it's the most useful. But the message is pretty sound. You know, the message of, like, you know, kind of this really kind of uniting, just, you know, hey, people are people. It is Rick from Walking. Is that true? I never watched I never watched The Walking Dead. My parents love The Walking Dead. Or let me rephrase. My dad loves The Walking Dead. My mom just suffers through it. But we haven't gotten a number yet, Rope. I know. That's what I said. I just wanted to be a Mezephiles. When I saw the script, all I really wanted to do was be a Mezephiles. Bro, if I'm an empath in a Legion game, like, fuck off. No, you're good, Rope. They're talking about golems in chat. Pirates of the Caribbean crashed your laptop. Well, maybe you shouldn't have stolen the Aztec gold. Obviously. Ooh, I got a text. I got a message. Okay, they sent the rolls. Thanks. Which of these roles is better to be in a mare? Easily. I would rather be a mare in a Legion game. Actually, no, I'd rather be a Lycan in a Legion game. That's way better. I'm just glad they didn't make me the amnesiac. That's the fear. Nice. Thanks, Damien. Someone give Damien a subscription, will you? I know CB's playing, but someone give Damien a subscription, will you? Gambling, thanks for the 1 month. Appreciate it. We have now determined that, according to Gambling, the stream is good enough to meet Gambling's wallet.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Ready to have some fun?
Sure, what do you got?
I'm going to give you the best number in the world.
A 2?
The number that doesn't exist, according to Capelli.
Oh, it's a 0.
0.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate that Gambling decided that we were worthy of their money. But someone look at all these stars. Look at all these gems next to people's names. I'm probably a marionette or a drunk. I don't know why, I'm just getting that vibe. No, listen, Gambling, I love it. It's fine. I'm just saying someone should gift one to Damien, that's all. I don't remember the last time I've seen Damien in our chat, and Damien deserves some love. I mean, I got a gift sub to my own channel. Navian got a gift sub to our channel. Navian keeps us together. No, it was given properly. I mean, listen, obviously the correct way to fund this whole thing isn't to sub or anything like that. It's just to like Venmo me money. That's the correct way to do it. But I'm pretty sure like I can't say that. Like I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to like shill that we should be being supported in ways that are more fiscally efficient to us than Twitch on Twitch. Solvency is not the most important thing to Twitch. It's about making sure that they make their money, and they gotta make their cut. I get that. That's a good point. And again, that's kind of why I'm surprised that gambling's here. It's one reason why I'm surprised that Patrick's still awake. But you know, whatever. You guys in Europe, you fuck around. You do your shit. You know. God, I haven't even gotten a chance to reveal about Groin the Sex Dwarf yet. Dabian's probably very confused by that statement. Hey, Gambling, thank you for the gift sub. You're such a gentleman. We appreciate that. An upstanding, noble member of House... What were you? Warthorn? You were House Warthorn. You can set up a donate link that takes less money than Twitch does. Oh, you can? I didn't know that. I mean, I could do that. I don't care about the money, guys. Like, I do appreciate all the gift subs, obviously. I appreciate the bits and the hype train and all of that. But more importantly, like, we just want to provide good content for you guys. At the end of the day, like, the money is probably going to get used towards me replacing the computer that I have, my desktop, so that we can actually start broadcasting in 1080p. It's funny, actually, KJ, I saw KJ at our in-person get-together last weekend, and Kevin took a break from streaming for us, but he reminded me, he was like, hey, just so you know, like, when I was streaming, like, all of my shit was always in 1080p. And I'm like, dude, fucking give me your computer then, you know? Hey, we're back. We're back! Yeah, we'll be high def soon, don't worry. Hello!
Good morning. It is a wonderful morning here in the town. The sun is bright and in the sky, and everything seems to be going well. And it's weird because it felt like a strange and long night, but doesn't seem to be anything going on around here. Nobody's dead. Nobody's strange.
What about you?
Not even the storyteller?
Oh wait, I am dead, and so is Navian.
Again.
No,
It's
not my
strangely,
fellow cat lover.
it strangely looks like somebody has maybe scrawled some sort of demonic writing on the ground, or perhaps their order from Starbucks. I can't tell the difference in the two. So
They tried to write art and they ended up writing a fucking demon summoning spell.
yeah, good luck solving that. I'm gonna give you guys like let's say 10 minutes.
Wait, so is Navian's existence in this game canonical?
Yes.
Wait, Navian's in this game? JR, can we talk?
Kev, can I talk to you?
I'll talk to whoever
Let's
wants to
go
talk.
to the aquarium. The spectral
Kev?
goose has arrived.
Yes, CBS.
Kale,
Mike,
let's
let's talk.
talk.
Alright.
Hello, neighbor.
Hello.
Want to tell me some info?
What kind of info?
I don't know. 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3. What are you feeling?
Let's go 3 for 3.
All right, what do you got?
Alright, I got Fisherman,
Yep.
Oracle, or Seamstress that used their ability last night.
Ah, a used seamstress. Was I part of your seamstress?
No.
Okay, cool. I will give you either Empath, Flower Girl, or Oracle.
Alrighty.
If I were the Flower Girl, we didn't get any info. If I was the Oracle, we didn't get any info. If I was the Empath, I got a 0.
That was the slowest slate you could come up with.
What do you want me to say, man?
I don't know. Well, I'm heading back.
Okay, bye. Fancy seeing you here.
I don't want to be here no more then.
Wow, aggressive.
Get ditched.
That was rude, Kale. I feel slighted.
Well,
It made
maybe
it.
just don't feel.
Patrick, a word?
Yeah. Oh. Hello,
Hello, neighbor.
neighborino, which is why I
Neighborino.
have some important information for you.
What would you like to? What kind of information would you like to share?
We can do a 2 for 2.
Sure. I am either the seamstress or the amnesiac.
I am either the empath or the librarian.
If you were the empath, what did you learn?
Big 0.
Okay. If you were the librarian, what did you learn?
I learned that either Lynn or Kale are the drunk.
Lynn or Kale is drunk. Okay. Well, it'd suck if there was a drunk.
It would.
Well, if you were the empath, that makes me think that we could trust me and Mike.
Yeah, I might have a chat with Mike after this.
I mean, or you're just fucking lying, but you know, whatever. Okay.
I just spent the majority of that game, that last game, just having to resign to the fact that people are going to think I'm evil via. Yeah, I'm not looking to lie again. Trust me. I'm all about talking good. It's easier to keep a truth when it's 4:30.
if it helps, chat thinks you're the demon and I'm the marionette.
That would be good, but it's not. I'm afraid.
Oh. Well, you know, it's always worth checking your neighbors, right?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Wait,
Cheers.
am I the marionette?
No, you're not my marionette. Don't worry.
Oh. Okay.
Obviously, Kale's my marionette. I'm the demon.
Oh, perfect. Good to know.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
All right. Bye.
Yep. Who wants to chatterino?
Demeter, let's talk.
Mike, lead the way. Hiya.
What up?
What would you like to share?
I'm done for doing hard claims.
Sure, go ahead.
Fisherman.
Fisherman. Interesting. Have you used your ability yet?
Not yet. Probably gonna see what people are claiming, and then probably, I don't know, day 2 or 3, probably go see what info I can or what help I can obtain.
Okay. I am the librarian, so my ability is already done for the day. Or for the game, I should say. I know that there's a drunk.
Ooh.
And you are not one of them, so don't worry.
Well, that's good.
So either I'm a drunk or
That'd
these
be-
other 2 people are drunks.
That would fit so thematically, a drunk fisherman.
A drunk fisherman, absolutely. You go out there on the water, you take a whole cooler worth of beers for you and your homies, and then your homies bail out at the last minute, and you're just like, well, got this whole cooler full of beers, not gonna let it go to waste. And then you just end up just pissing yourself and passing out on the boat.
Yes. Also, PSA: don't drink and boat, people.
Don't drink and boat.
Yeah, play it safe.
Good call on that. Have a designated boater.
Exactly. All right, sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Michael, would you like a word?
Yes, let's have a chat.
What would you like to chat about?
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go with a hard claim.
Sounds good.
Are you comfortable with that?
Sure.
I'll go with Empath.
Ooh, what was your number?
0.
Fascinating.
How about yourself?
All right. I'll go with Ravenkeeper.
Ooh, spicy. What are you actually?
All right. I'll tell you. Because you gave me a hard claim, I'll give you. You'll be the second person I've actually told the truth to.
Okay.
And I probably will not claim to anyone else, even if they do give me a hard claim. So please don't spread this around. if
I
possible.
won't.
I'm the mayor.
Sweet. Would you be interested in role swapping?
I could do that.
All right. Let's go for it then.
I will claim Empath.
And I'll claim Mayor.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Radio.
CB, lead the way.
Let's go.
Well, you got to lead the way for. Okay. All right, we're getting some wings. Let's go.
That's right. All right, my good friend. I'm gonna say it right now, and you're gonna say, you know what? You're bullshitting, but I am in fact the recluse.
Interesting claim.
I know. I can't wait to be accused of being evil as the recluse, because that's what the recluse does. Is they only get accused of being evil, right, Art?
Art's like, God damn it.
I can't confirm or deny that. I mean, the recluse.
Of course. No, of course. I would not ask you to, Art. I am simply hoping that Demeta believes that I am in fact the recluse.
Well, it's not exactly confirmable.
Of course not.
But I will tell you that I have heard from a librarian who has seen a recluse.
Oh.
Yeah. They didn't tell me where, but they said that there was a recluse.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Do you know who that librarian is? Can I go talk to them?
I think they'll find you.
Fair enough. You're absolutely right.
I'm just going to tell you that I am the... What do I want to lie to you and say that I am?
What are you going to bullshit?
Actually, you know what? Okay, sure. I am the mayor. If you can't trust the recluse, who could you trust?
Interesting. Mayo. All right, fair enough. I will call you Mayor Demeta, or DeMayor. How about DeMayor?
DeMayor.
DeMayor.
First of his name.
DeMayor. I like that. All right, cool. Thank you, DeMayor.
No problem.
Unofficial.
Kev, quick. Yay, we did it. Okay. Hard claim, 2 for 2. What do you want to do?
2?
Sure. Mayor or librarian?
Same 2.
Same 2? What? Interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
If you were a librarian, who'd you see?
I won't tell you who I saw. I've already spoken to them. I saw a drunk.
Okay. And so what role are you actually that you role swapped with a librarian who saw a drunk that I've already spoken to?
Oh, that's weird. I am actually the librarian. Are you actually the mayor?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. Whoever you spoke to is double claim.
So you did not... You are saying you are the librarian, you saw a drunk, and you're not role swapping with anybody else.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh, whispers are closed. Darn it. Michael, I guess I won't be catching up to the conversation numbers that you've had.
JR, did you...
It's always tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody.
Mike?
I'll take a couple seconds, have a little conversation, and then I'll open up nominations for the day.
What'd you say, Mike?
Guys, I never did it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you need a tingle, don't you?
No, I don't worry about that. It's your game. I'm not going to interrupt it with tinglers. But I did do one while you were setting up the game, which was Groin the Sex Dwarf. And I can tell you that Groin the Sex Dwarf, because there are about 7K worth of points being bet on this in the chat. This is very important. Groin the Sex Dwarf is fake. I made it up.
Oh,
I'm so sorry,
I lost
What-
2.8 points on that.
What was the chat distribution of the bets?
3K to 3.9K. It was close. Someone made out.
Oh, it's a pretty even bet. That's I like that.
Well, I think we should definitely continue this here at the end of the day, so have one ready.
All right, sounds good.
Nice.
Go ahead and take your time to chat now.
Navin, can I have a quick chat with you? A rules question.
Yeah.
They want to feel like they were poisoned? I guess there's not too
I
many
did
ways
indeed
to have
make
figured that
up
out at this point.
Yeah, I
Groin
don't know
as
how
a
we can
sex
figure
dwarf.
that out just yet.
Unless, you know, the poisoner also wants to come on and say, yeah, I poisoned this person last night.
Wait, I gotta check if there's a goon on this. Not a goon, I was about to say I'm the goblin.
Guys, normalize ST combos.
Amen.
Right. You're the
Hashtag.
goblin? I thought I was the goblin.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Wait,
I will post, however, the song that influenced Groin the Sex Dwarf.
Of course it's by soft cell.
Yeah, CB, let's head down.
Man, it's a love like.
Lynn,
I'm not clicking.
we should have a chat tomorrow, by the way.
It's gonna be like you click on it and then it's like you have downloaded malicious links.
No, it's a song. It's a real song.
Kale, you should never click on that link. Oops, too
That's
late.
Not until you're at
illegal.
least 18.
Well, see, here's the problem. I'm too busy searching Google for an image so I can change my damn background.
Just judging by that singer's hairstyle, I think at some point in the song it's going to be a tight zoom in on the hairstyle, and then it's going to zoom back out, and it's Rick Astley, and it's actually
Yeah,
Rick Roll.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Gambling. And I think
If you need a
Groin-
background for your clock
exactly, I was
tower, I
thinking
hear
like
that
Groin,
Devada's got a
who's,
lot of
who's
tingle
Gimli's
novels he can
father.
give you to put in the background.
And I was
Yes.
like, how do I
Those are
how do I
easily available to
sexify
find.
Groin or Gloin? And I was Groin son of Glow Up.
Strangely enough, you can get them digitally.
I was pretty proud of that one. I was like, how am I going to?
I do
how
like
am
the
I going
Kirby.
to
We'll
tinglify
open up nominations
Gloin
as soon as CB
as,
returns.
as an elf name or as a dwarf name. And I
Okay,
was like,
nominations
oh, well,
are
that
now
was
open.
Mike nominates JR.
easy. Ooh, spice.
That was quick.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, hit the wrong thing there.
What?
What kind of power is that?
It's the
Mike, you
power
fell
of-
out of your
I am not even.
seat.
Okay, this tool does not like me. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Mike has nominated JR. Mike, tell us why JR should be
I haven't
executed
even
today.
talked to you, Patrick. Jesus.
No, it's Mike.
JR is using Safari. I won't stand for this offensiveness.
I have
And-
a
Wait, is JR using
2013.
He is.
And JR, your defense against this heinous accusation.
I'm using a 2013 iMac, and it's the only thing that runs.
Even more reason to execute him.
All right. It will take 6 to execute JR today.
Listen, I'm not here to kink shame. Okay. I'm not executing.
There's
Ooh,
no
gotta speed that up.
There's no kinks with using Macs.
I've asked like diehard Mac fans, and you'll probably get a different answer to that.
You absolutely
I
will.
used to use Brave.
Sorry,
and
guys.
Brave stopped working, so
I'm a diehard Mac person.
3 is not enough. JR is safe for the day.
I actually use
Chair nominates Mike.
Oh, here we go. Okay, whatever.
JR
counter.
has played the Uno reverse card. JR, tell us why.
Mike's role is pretty useless. We should kill him.
All right.
Jesus.
Mike, tell us why you should not be executed.
I bet my role is more useless than your role. Wait, no, reverse that. I bet your role is more useless than my
You
role.
heard it.
It will take 6.
Get him.
Are any of you guys close to
Why
Mineola,
not?
New York?
What?
You know where I live.
Yeah, I know where you live. I'm just saying, Mineola, New York's not that far. Apparently on August
One more
31st,
guy.
they're doing
Okay,
Blood on the
well-
Clock Tower.
4 is not enough. Mike
You
is safe
have-
for the day.
JR, you have been jabete.
Patrick nominates Kale.
Oh,
Patrick has nominated Kale. Patrick, tell us why Kale should be executed today.
I believe that Kale is an outsider, and there
Good
might
night,
be a
gambling.
fan game.
And Kale, tell us why you're not a good execution today.
when Patrick came up to me, they told me some information, and I told them that I can't be one of those pings, and I don't know why I'm being nominated currently.
Okay. 6 will be needed.
I'll clarify for the town that the role I saw was the drunk. So if they can't be the drunk, they're probably an outsider anyway. Or a minion.
That's a double claim.
The drunk or the librarian?
Librarian.
Okay.
I have also heard of a different library.
4 is not enough, but Kale is safe for the day.
It would certainly suck if Kale was found good jump too.
Guys, remember there's a pixie on this script.
Oh, and a Cerenovus and a mutant. We should remember that.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit on this script. Okay.
Thanks, Navian.
First librarian I've heard of. So.
You're welcome.
Alright, am I the mutant?
I do have a double claim
No? Okay.
of I do have a double claim of librarian from 2 people. I think one of them is playing shenanigan games.
Sharingan games.
What's that restaurant you like with the
Shenanigan.
goofy shit on the wall? And the mozzarella?
Shenanigans! Say it one more time. Say it one more time. Somebody say
Second
shenanigans.
call
One more
for
time.
nominations. Second
Shenanigans.
Is it possible to love and hate
Did
someone?
we not execute anybody today?
Nobody.
No one's on the block.
Is there a Vortox?
There's no Vortox.
Who gives
No.
a shit?
There's a
no
Legion.
Last
No
couple
Vortox.
for nominations for the day.
It's Sex and Violence Demons minus Vortox plus Legion.
Closing the day in 5,
Could someone
Four.
nominate, I don't know, skills?
3, 2.
CB nominates skills.
CB
JR, you're dead.
has
Thanks,
nominated skills. CB, tell us what skills should be executed today.
I was told to.
You were not told to.
And skills, tell us why you should not be
I don't
executed
want a
today.
large farva.
JR
I want
is
my
a
goddamn
douche.
liter of cola.
6 will be needed.
No, get it
If-
straight.
if
JR's a douche waffle.
If we had
you
just,
haven't
if
voted
we
yet,
had
don't
just
vote.
nominated
No.
a vote on JR, he would be executed today, and then we wouldn't have to worry about this nonsense.
Let's not have too many people vote. for
Kale, this
Flower
is
Girl.
the second time you've done that.
Oh, right. There's a flower girl on the script. Shit.
2 is not enough.
You have
Skills
been
is safe.
debated once again, JR.
Closing nominations in 3,
Could someone nominate Demita?
2,
Tomato nominates tomato.
1.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is going on?
And Demeta
Did
died.
it, Demeta.
Fuck you,
Tell-
Dak.
I did not which person to defend Demeta. I did not
I'm
witch
gonna- I'm
curse
gonna-
you this time, Demeta, I swear.
Thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it. Given there's not a fucking witch on the script. JR, I'm gonna pass my allegation to JR.
Yeah.
We should kill Demita.
Why?
And
Bang
your
on.
defense, Demeta.
I don't. Guys, I'm streaming. I mean, it's destiny that I'm not gonna get to play the fucking game with my abilities, so let's just fucking do it now.
No. We do it
Don't wanna
tomorrow.
do it now.
We do it
So-
tomorrow. We gotta give him a little taste, guys. Come on.
Why
Do it tomorrow.
is JR the one leading these nominations anyway?
I would like to say that I used a lot of restraint to not kill you when that happened, Demeta. I was let it pass. I was gonna let it pass.
Demeta, I only voted because there's a flower girl on the script and I hadn't voted yet.
1 is not enough. You are safe.
Who else hasn't voted?
Closing nominations in 3,
Kale nominates Dak.
2. Kale, I think. Didn't you already nominate Kale?
No, I did
No,
not.
Kale was nominated.
Okay. Kale
There's no
nominates.
Vortox on this script, so we're good that way.
Kale, tell us why Dak should be executed.
Witch check, but not a witch check.
There is no witch, Kale. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah, that's
puffing
That's why I said
hate
witch check,
fumes
but
or
not a
what?
witch.
No, he can't. That's
I get the
illegal because he's
feeling
a
people
minor.
wanna-
Remember?
Yeah, I know he's a minor, but
I get the strange
Yeah.
feeling people
Hey.
really want to be playing S&B right now.
Hello.
Hey guys.
hello. We're getting away from the thing here.
All right. Dak, do you have a defense to this?
Yeah, I'm a information gathering role, and this would not be a good kill.
Okay. 6 will be needed.
Funnily enough,
wanna-
you're a gatherer and I'm a hunter. We could establish a Columbian civilization if we really wanted to.
There
Funny
we go.
you should say that. I'm a farmer.
Is Farmer on the?
Wait,
Oh,
there's a
Farmer,
farmer?
No,
Farmer,
Farmer's
Farmer
not
actually
even
would
on
be
the
good on the script.
2 will not be enough. Dak is safe. Closing nominations in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys could not decide to execute anyone today. You are taking no vengeance for the deaths of Navian and I. Clearly, you do not like us. You never liked us.
Hey, I cheated.
Hey.
To reward you / punish you for not killing someone today, here is the next Tinkle novel. Or
Well,
not.
It could be a Tingle novel. Your next one is gonna be Jungle Freaking Bride.
Yeah, too PG rated sounding.
I
That-
agree.
Yeah.
That is equal to Jungle Book.
Yeah,
Did not
I'm just
be-
like.
And yes, I spelled it properly. I did indeed spell it properly. All right. So, how much let's put it all together. Okay. Patrick and Kevin are both claiming librarian having seen drunk. I would not be surprised if one of them's a pixie. Or they're Serenobus man. This is possible. CB as the recluse is a really hard claim to be able to verify. Mike is fisherman. Mike should be willing to die. We just don't have enough info yet, unfortunately. Let's open up for everybody else. So this is going to probably be another long night since nobody died. Probably still going to have a ton of information to go through and to be able to do. What do we think? What movie trilogy do we think failed worse between Pirates of the Caribbean and Matrix? Because I was thinking about when you put the two together, they have a very similar tale of like a monumentally like gut-punching, paradigm-changing debut. And then, man, it just felt like they just decided to drop their entire writer's room for the sequels. Like, it really feels that way. It feels like they basically just said, you know what, the sequels, who gives a shit, you know? It was part of the reason why, the Matrix trilogy, I mean, the two Matrix films were filmed at the same time, too. That probably also didn't help. But, yeah. Oh, that guy's in Woonsocket. I know where Woonsocket. I've been to Woonsocket before. It's in Massachusetts. I'm personally of the opinion that I think that the Matrix trilogy failed harder than the Pirates trilogy did. But it was simply because like there was so much there for Matrix. There was so much, and they just kind of threw it away. Like, I mean, sure, there was some cool stuff, like the entire second film, like half of it taking place on the highway was pretty cool. The third film was just bizarre. I mean, I get it. I mean, I understand it. Oh, you're right. Woonsocket's in Rhode Island. That's a Rhode Island sign, not a Massachusetts sign. I never actually watched the Animatrix. I had a friend of mine who was a big fan of it, but I never actually... She told me I should watch it, and I just never did. But yeah, I think the Matrix sequels had more potential that just kind of fell on their face. Pirates, I think there was very little expectation, and I think that is why they didn't fail, quote-unquote fail. But I mean, they were definitely, like, you could tell that whoever was supposed to be writing for them were not the people who wrote for the first one. I mean, that's really the end-all be-all, right? That's the thing that actually really changes up. Yeah, exactly. Like, the concept of the Matrix, I mean, the brain in a jar theory was obviously not that new. And for any sci-fi fans, you would know that the entire premise of the Matrix was actually done, I would argue, better in Dark City, which I think was the year before. Which, if you guys have never seen Dark City, my god, that is a film you need to see. Not only that, but apparently they're coming up with a show. Alex Proyas, who is the guy who actually developed Dark City and directed it, recently said that there's actually going to be a series that is being made takes place in the story of Dark City. That was a fantastic. I gotta watch that movie again. That was fantastic. One of the only films I've ever seen Rufus Sewell actually be entertaining in. Most of the other times I've ever, and again, now I always assume Rufus Sewell is, you know, it just, he's the guy from Dark City. Like, that's what I know him from. God, that was such a good movie. And it was, the cinematography in it was fantastic too. Like, because, like, I remember reading something somewhere, it might have been on IMDb, about, like, the average clip length, like, the average shot is, like, less than a second in the whole film. Like, literally, like, they took parts of the film that, like, should be pretty straightforward, of, like, a guy, like, walking through a house or something like that, and they cut it into, like, 20 different shots from different angles and stuff like that to kind of give it this very kind of dreamlike, jarring, not quite what it's supposed to be atmosphere, and it really works. Like, Dark City was so far ahead of its time. It was such a good movie. If you liked Matrix, but you liked the idea of it, but maybe didn't like the implementation of it, Dark City was it's much more visceral, it's much more cerebral. That was a fantastic film. I really do have to rewatch that again soon. And then as far as Pirates is concerned, you're right. It's like, okay, we do pirate shit. We do sea monsters, and we do Davy Jones, and it was just kind of like, okay, whatever. I think that, I mean, were there any other sequels that come to mind where, like, the first one was just, like, enormously good and the other two were whack? And if you say Godfather, you're wrong, by the way. Because Godfather 3 obviously is a masterpiece, and the casting of Sofia Coppola as the woman that men could not possibly deny themselves from falling in love with totally made sense, as she was cast by her dad. Godfather 3 was a mistake. That being said, I liked it. I didn't hate Godfather 3. But I'm trying to think of other sequels that, like, really... Hey, I'm awake.
See, there you are playing.
I am. I'm awake. I'm alive.
I wake you up, and I give you a 1.
You're so... God damn it. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Did the pre-Bale Batman movies count? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think I'm drunk. Thank you, Embryonic Hydra. I do agree. Someone give Embryonic Hydra a sub. I go really fucking late in the night order, too. There's still a Flower Girl, Oracle, Seamstress, and Math above me, but it's not much. Oh, it's midnight. How do I know it's midnight? Rope just sent me the clip. Thanks, Rope. Or someone died. If one of my neighbors died, I actually could inform things. Back to the Future. Oh, dude, don't even come at me and say that Back to the Future 3 was bad. Oh, I loved Back to the Future 3. Back to the Future 2 was whack, but it's not bad. I mean, it's basically... It did a really good job. Like, if you... I think that Back to the Future 2 means more now in the post-2016 world than it did beforehand. I think that it really kind of demonstrates what it is that we're looking for. But nah, dude, Back to the Future 3 was awesome. I love Back to the Future 3. Is this a hot take? Is this one of these things that, like, people, like, don't think? Like, am I, like, alone in this? Like, I think Back to the Future 3 was awesome. Dude, they got it pretty right, dude. I mean, when you look at Biff rising to power, it ain't that different, you know? It ain't that different than how it actually played out in 2016. So, Who did I tell I was empath to? I think I told Mike. No, I told Michael. Because we swapped. Michael's the only one who knows what my actual role is. I wouldn't even call 2 or 3 week, just week compared to... Well, sure, okay, that's fair. But the original Back to the Future was just outstanding. It was okay at the first Transformers, and they dropped off. Oh, so, I remember going to see the original Transformers, the Michael Bay Transformers film, and I actually liked it. I thought it was not bad, but my god, they got insanely bad. Like, unwatchable. Ooh, look, I'm awake.
Go back to sleep.
Aw.
Oh, time to go back to sleep.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff citizens. It's another beautiful day here, even though you apparently don't solve murders here. And it turns out you might need to get better at solving murders, because Patrick was murdered in the night.
Oh no.
No, Patrick.
No, Patrick.
Damn, a figure mortis game.
Hey, Patrick. Patrick, I actually have something I want to talk to you about.
I do too, actually.
Was anyone scared Novus yesterday, by the way?
Let me CBS first. I'll go to
I'm gonna give you like 8 minutes.
Anyone
Tomato,
scared
can we
Novus?
talk?
Lead the way.
I want to talk first.
Dak, you want to chat?
Yes, no.
Hiya.
Hey, what's your new number?
A 1.
Interesting.
Dun dun dun.
Huh. Alright.
I wish I had info to be able to give you, but, I mean, I can't check your neighbors.
Yeah, no, that's what I told Lynn I was an empath with a 1 potentially, so we'll see how that goes.
So yeah, I mean, I'm either inclined to believe that Mike's evil or I'm drunk, which is totally possible.
Were you and Patrick supposed pinks?
I asked, and Patrick said no. However, I spoke to another librarian who also saw drunk, and I was not part of that ping either.
Yeah, I had a million different, like a whole bunch of different people claim seamstress to me yesterday.
Interesting.
So,
so
worried
what?
about
You're thinking Legion?
I am worried about that, which is why I didn't vote on anybody yesterday.
I mean, I'm not voting either, so... I would like to talk to Patrick, because I would like to know if I was part of the claim, or I also want to potentially believe that there's a chance for those 2 claims to be Pixie. So, but if you've seen that many people as seamstress, that definitely makes my, that makes my sprunger, start, vibrating a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was one of the people claiming seamstress to other people, and they all claimed seamstress and oracle back to me. I'm like, well, shit, there goes my supposed bluff to people.
Yeah.
But
your role is not one I've heard from literally anybody else.
Nor yours, actually, except for one. One person claimed your role to me.
I have heard my role as well from one other person.
But you're the only hard claim of it I've heard.
All right, well, I'm gonna go try to talk to some more people and figure out if this is a Legion game.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Sure. Let's go to Joe Merriam's.
Let's talk to Patrick.
Me?
Yep. Skills, can we?
Hiya. Were you a pixie?
I was not a pixie.
You were a librarian who saw someone as the drunk, and I was not it.
I was made mad yesterday.
All right, what were you?
What was I made mad as, or what was I made?
Obviously, you were made mad as being a librarian. What are you? What are you actually?
I am the innkeeper.
That is unfortunate.
Why?
I'm
dead. Yes.
But you're also dead.
Why?
Well, I'm just saying, an innkeeper would have been nice.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I told a few people that it was either the librarian or the empath.
Okay.
But then publicly, I thought, okay, I've got to make an effort with the Serenode.
Well, and I think you did a good effort. I mean, I know Navian popped into our chat. I think Art did too, and you were convincing enough. You could also just be mad today that you are the innkeeper.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It would be hard to tell. I could be stun locked, but right now I'm telling you that I'm Ian. Because that is
Okay.
the role that I am.
Well, thank you very much. If I find any more info, I will let you know.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. JR, would you like to chat?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Because apparently Mike and Lynn can't.
I cannot speak as to their inability to hear you.
What did I just walk in on?
Me being pissed off.
About?
I simply said, hey, before you guys go, can I just see if I... And then they went. And it's like, fuck.
See if you're what?
I was going to say, it's like, I wanted to check if the claims that you've given me are correct because someone is double claiming both of your roles.
Oh, to someone else. Got it.
Yeah, and I was like, were you guys telling the truth? If so, we might want to kill that person.
Would you still like to chat, JR?
Sure, let's go to the Tavern.
Tavernay. We do chicken wings at this Tavernay, just so you know.
I will have 20.
They're very good. We didn't claim to each other.
Sauce. Did we not?
No.
Did we talk before?
No, we have not.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to claim to me?
I can do a 3 for 3.
Sure. I will give you either Amnesiac, Mayor, or Recluse.
I see. I'm either the Oracle, the Innkeeper, or the Lycanthrope.
If you were the Oracle, what's your number?
A1.
Interesting. If you were a Lycan, did you pick Patrick?
No.
Interesting. If you were an Innkeeper, who did you target?
I targeted Lynn.
And?
Lynn would be protected as the Innkeeper, or drunk.
Okay, so you're not the Innkeeper. Got it. Alright. Well, as far as the things that I told you, if I were a mayor, well, you wouldn't know anything. If I were a amnesiac, I have no idea what my ability is yet. I still need to talk to Art, or Navian. Navian's here too. Or, if I were the Recluse, I'm just ruining the game.
Yeah. How'd you like to live for one more night?
I would love to live for one more night.
Alright.
But if you are
'Cause
the
I
Lycan,
think-
I would not recommend targeting me because I would like to find out what my ability is.
Fair. I have someone I want to kill anyway.
Perfect. Can I sit back and talk to Navian?
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Faking amnesiac or just covering or...
Yeah, I'm faking amnesiac because I don't trust JR's lycanthrope claim. But I will say it is the only Lycan I've heard of so far, so I guess I'll just kind of roll with it. But, yeah, it's interesting. I think that's long enough. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have wrapped up chat and returned to Town Square as recommended.
Thank you.
You never.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to have a little conversation as a town, and then we'll open up nominations.
There's Zombo on this
Okay.
one?
I have one question to town in general. Mike and Lynn, the role that you hard claimed to me, is that the role that is your actual role?
That role, the role that I hard claim to you is my actual role, yes.
Yes, and Lynn?
As far as I'm aware, it is.
I am most definitely the role that I told you, JR. I have not
I know
spoken.
who I want to kill today.
Can I take a guess at who that is gonna be, JR?
You'll never guess, Kale.
Is it me?
It is you.
Mike 3 or BR?
I think I have a better nomination.
As an odd bit of timing, nominations are now open.
Mike nominate. Mike, God damn it, JR.
JR nominates Kale. Is that right?
Yep.
All right, JR, tell us why Kale should be executed today.
They gave me 3 roles. They've all been hard claimed by other people.
Okay. Kale, tell us why you're not a good execution today.
I don't know if I actually gotta come up with a good defense.
I don't think Kale's a good execution today.
I don't, but I have no good reason why not. I just I'm reading Kale as socially good.
Well, Kale, that's good defense by your neighbors.
Yeah,
so,
I don't really have a defense because I don't really know how to defend myself in this scenario right now without coming out with my role.
Well, 6 will be needed to execute you.
This would be bad for this would be bad for town.
Yeah, other than I hard claim to Lynn.
I'm curious, JR. Why are you telling me that I would hate what you're about to do?
2 is not enough. Kale, you are safe from execution today.
Because you tried to hard claim with me, I went to 2 other people, and the first thing they did was like, "Okay, we're hard claiming now." It's like,
Oh yeah, that's right. That was really weird. Like, why did you hard claim with them and not with me?
Mike nominates skills.
Mike has nominated Skills. Mike, tell us why Skills should be executed today.
He betrayed me in the highest and worst way possible. Day 1, he came to me. He told me I was his marionette and that he was the Fangu and that Tomato was our minion. I do not think that this is the way that it is going, and thus he should be executed.
All right, Skills, tell us why you should not be executed today.
Mike, I'm shocked that you actually believe that line of crap.
I don't like being lied to about being on the evil team, sir.
Yeah, Mike likes being on the evil team way too much. You don't lie to him about being on the evil team. He likes
I am
it.
a useful character. This is just him nominating me out of spite, and I get it. But
Oh,
it's
100%
still
out of spite.
fucking
100%.
funny.
All right, 6 will be
I mean,
needed.
I'll be honest, that makes sense to me. I too would lie to Mike whenever possible. So good job, Skills.
4 is not enough. Skills is safe from execution today.
Lynn, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you still hard claiming what you hard claimed to me day 1?
Yes, I am.
Second call for nomination.
And that's the same thing you told JR.
That is the same thing I told JR, yes.
Okay, then that is a triple claim at this point.
Art, can I just...
We'll nominate Lynn? Unless, if you have like a storyteller question or something, by all means.
I do have a private storyteller question, but I can wait.
Okay. Kev has nominated Lynn. Kev, tell us why Lynn should be executed today.
I've heard of now 3 hard claims of the same role, and Lynn is one of them.
Okay. And Lynn, can you defend yourself against this claim?
I'm definitely the role that I've claimed. There is a novice on the script. There's a mutant on the script. There are multiple reasons to double claim. I mean, you were in a double claim yesterday.
That's true.
So, just putting that out there.
6 will be needed.
We know who was Sarah Novus yesterday.
We do.
Patrick has claimed to have been Sarah Novus yesterday. So any claims you made yesterday are double claims made previously.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Because it sounds like evil's not communicating with each other.
2 is not enough. Lynn is safe from execution today. Tomato, you want to pop down to Dudleytown?
Sure, thank you.
In the exact same...
Hey.
Okay. In the event that a Legion vote does not pass, how would you play that out? How would that look?
In the event that a Legion vote did not pass because only evil voted on it,
because I know what I've been told, and I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Well, I think I would I would simply, I mean, if it went through all the way through, it wouldn't result in an execution. It would just simply, the player would not be executed.
To the best of my knowledge, the way that it's supposed to be run, and chat is probably going to jump down my ears for this, but I heard this from Ed, is that basically if an execution goes through and there's enough votes, but it's all evil, you at the end, kind of like in the same way that a like a bureaucrat or whatever would adjust the total, you just say 0 is not enough.
Ah.
That's what I've been told. I don't know.
I would definitely not have done the 0 is not enough.
Okay.
I would just have said, much like any other role when an execution had been prevented, I would just simply say, that is executed but does not die.
Well, so that's the thing, is that it's not an execution the execution literally doesn't happen.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I just wanted to be clear, that's all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going to be about that.
Well, Skills, I'm sorry that I took up your time away from Demeta.
I love that Navian has crafted a script that is mind-bogglingly tedious, and we have to have storyteller consultations. I love it. It's great.
It happens.
What a great script.
Little do you guys know, I was just fucking around and wasting Art's time. We were talking about basketball.
He was. He has waited forever for me to give him this information and that information. I've taken up so much of his time over the months.
Hey Art, do you want to go to the Toad's place and talk about wrestling?
Oh, we could, JR. We could take all night and do that.
Can I join?
Me too.
Final call for nominations today.
Skills nominates Kev.
Skills has nominated Kev. Skills, please tell us why Kev should be executed today.
Kev gave me Mazephiles word day 1.
Oh.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
Isn't that just what you do?
Kev, defend yourself against this crazy accusation of having a vocabulary.
I think that's just what people do in Mazephiles games. I've actually never played in one before, but I've watched a bunch, and I see people throwing words around willy-nilly. I'm fine to die. I've gotten all the information that I'm going to get, so if we need to kill somebody today, kill me.
Hey Kev, what's the Mazephiles word?
Okay. 6 will be needed in order to put Kev on the block.
Well, like
Blunderbuss.
That's a good one.
The Mazephiles word is
Blunderbuss, you
blockbuster.
say?
I'll make 6 if we need it.
I will just say the words blunderbuss and
I already said
blockbuster.
it.
I'm fucking. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That
Alrighty,
is 7. Kev has been marked for execution for the day.
But neither.
Any further nominations?
None of those are actually. None of those are actually the Mephit word or the Mazephiles word, because the Mazephiles word is subarctic.
I will be closing nominations in 5.
I'm glad you said Arctic.
4.
'Cause sub has a very
3.
connotation right now.
2. 1.
Dad, are you snoring again?
Kev,
No, I'm laughing.
you
Sorry.
have been chosen to be executed today. Kev, how would you like to die?
Let's see. I think just pertinent to skills in my conversation, I would like to be killed either by a book or a pen.
Book or a pen, all right. And before I finish this execution up for the day, was there a tingler we need to straight out?
There was Jungle Freaking Bride.
I will let you
Is
sort that one out.
100% real.
Yes, sir.
Well done. Okay, Kev, so you've read it. Okay, perfect.
That's not by Chuck Tingle.
No, it's not by Chuck Tingle, but it's definitely an erotic novel. The next one I'm going to give you is Rimmed by Detective Helicoprion.
How's that not real?
Bingo!
If
That's a bingo.
not real, if that's not real, I'm writing it tonight.
And very.
Oh, poor Jackie. She's gonna wake up in the morning and go, "What the hell are you writing?" He's gonna be like, "Dude, I got this idea."
It's very fitting for this particular conversation that Kev is such a great writer, such a man of words that he has to write everything down and sometimes when he's writing, he just gets so sleepy, he falls asleep, and so you guys have just decided that he just doesn't deserve to live anymore. You surround him with pins, and you go to poke him in his eyes and body parts, and it just doesn't seem like no matter how hard you poke him, Kev won't die. Kev, you are executed, and you do not die.
Interesting. Huh. Huh? Huh. Alright, there's two answers. It's Amnesiac or Legion. Huh. Yeah. Huh. I can see the night. I don't want to see that.
Hey there.
Hey, just really quick, I wanted to mention that Rope actually copy-pasted some stuff about Legion to follow up with what we were talking about in the Twitch chat, so you could give that a look if you want.
Will do. Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Art, if you want to keep going, I've already read that, so I know what they're talking about.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so basically what you guys want to check is whether that was a Legion failed execution, and you want to make sure that whether that was being run correctly or not. Is that what the question is, more or less?
That was what I was talking to them about, to Art about, correct?
I will tell you that we did not make a mistake.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Alright, well, that's fantastic, Navian, thank you. Yeah, so Amni confirmed? I mean, literally, there's nothing here. There's nothing here that prevents a death. It has to be an Amni. There's really no other way it could happen. I mean, there's nothing on the script that would prevent executions. But that's huge info. That's immense info. Means they're not the drunk, means they're not the marionette, means they weren't poisoned. It's a confirmable ability. How does it work is the question. It's interesting. So why would... It couldn't have been a Legion vote. There was 7 on that. Why are there 7 on that? What are we expecting to hear tonight? Because if we don't lose either Kale or Mike, we should get a 1. If not, we're confirmed that we got bad info. Yeah, it couldn't be that. Nah, it's fine, Malishon. I got it. I understood what you were saying. How odd. I mean, that could do a lot to confirm a lot of town, depending on what the Amni ability is. Kev doesn't die. In other news, I did like that shout earlier from... Who was that? That was... Throwback. Hangover. First Hangover was fantastic. Second one got weird and I never bothered watching past that. See, the problem is, with a lot of this stuff, the things that we're talking about, you get, like... You get so much pressure to reproduce the magic of the first film, but you caught lightning in a bottle and you can't do it again. It's impossible. And a lot of these groups, they think that they know what the formula is, but constantly they find... I mean, how many sequels have ever really upended the first one? How often does that happen nowadays? That, like, never happens. Ooh. Okay, so I will actually go with... I will go with you on that. So, Under Siege Dark Territory was way better than the original Under Siege. I mean, that's not even in question. Under Siege 2 Dark Territory was so much better than the original Under Siege. And for those of you who have never seen an Under Siege movie, you're missing out. That's Seagal at his best. Empire, yeah, okay. I mean, is Empire Strikes Back actually better than New Hope? I would probably say yeah. I think it's really hard to argue otherwise. I mean, Empire is the definitive Star Wars film. I don't think there's really many ways to be able to beat that. But that said, you could make the argument. What are you talking about? Who? You're saying that Empire is not the definitive Star Wars film? Oh, you're saying about Under Siege 1. Oh, no. Yes, New Hope was more revolutionary, but Empire solidified the formula, and the entire plot of Empire it was so much better. You know, they made a story. Like, that was the apex of the story. Listen, Tommy...
Hello.
I'm alive.
You're live. You wake up, and I show you a 1.
You show me a 1. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Don't think I trust it. Listen, Gary Busey's fantastic. Tommy Lee Jones was fantastic. Tommy Lee Jones and, like, So, I always think of, like, these 90s movies... and early, like late 80s, early 90s, maybe even late 90s action movies. And you get like a ton of these ones that are like, that just don't make any sense. So like, I think of like, when I think of Tommy Lee Jones in Under Siege, it brings me back to, what's his name in, Commando. Gary Busey always descends into total madness. That's what Gary Busey does. But when you think of the guy who played Bennett in Commando, and there's like no reason for him to look like Freddie Mercury, like in a punk outfit, but he just does, and he's like not in shape, but he's supposed to be like the leader of like this, you know, kind of like commando unit and stuff like that. Mount Rushmore of 90s actions film. Ooh. Okay, so... This is a tough one, because technically The Matrix was 1999. But I'm going to skip that, because 1999 was probably one of the greatest years of film ever. Just ever, in general. There's actually a very interesting episode of 99% Invisible that goes into why 1999 was like the year for movies, and it has to do with the proliferation of the megaplex It's really interesting. It's about how the design of the megaplex and how it actually worked, how that revolution in movie viewing actually created a situation in which there were too many screens and not enough movies, so art house are kind of more art housey sort of movies were actually getting picked up by major studios just because they needed to make films. There weren't enough films to take up the screens, so they took risks on a lot of movies that would not normally have ever been good. If you actually go back and look, 1999 as a film year was probably one of the best years of film ever. All right, so 90s action films, Mount Rushmore. I will say, I agree, The Rock has to be on there. The Rock is an absolute classic. I'm going to throw on True Lies as well. I think that's your definitive Schwarzenegger film of the 90s. I think that really changed the game as far as what those films looked like. Plus, I mean, the budget on it was insane. I'd say The Rock, True Lies. There wasn't really a good... Unless one is completely slipping... sorry. What am I thinking? Of course. I'm going to give Terminator 2 the nod. I think Terminator 2 is an action film, for better or worse. So, yeah, I'm going to say that's got to be on there. True Lies, The Rock, Terminator 2, and... Yeah, Terminator 2 is an action film. I mean, it's a sci-fi film, but it's an action film. Maybe you can make the argument that it's not an action film, but it's an action film. Last Action Hero is not it. That's definitely not it. True Lies was the definitive Schwarzenegger film of the 90s. I'm trying to think if there were any other ones that I'm like just completely missing that were like way obvious of the Mount Rushmore of 90s action films. What was the one with what was that one? Probably not Eraser. Eraser was cute, but it's definitely not Mount Rushmore. Demolition Man? Is Demolition Man an action film? I'd argue that's an action film, and it should be on there. It's a sci-fi action comedy, but I'd argue it could be on there. Ooh, Con Air. So Broken Arrow I'm going to disagree with. I didn't actually enjoy Broken Arrow as much as a lot of people do. I find Christian Slater just fucking insufferable. Ooh, Face Off. That's a good pick. Face Off is a really good pick. Con Air is a definitive 90s movie. That's a really good point. That has that pushes all the right buttons for that genre. You guys think this is a Blood on the Clock Tower podcast, but it's apparently a film podcast or a film stream. All right, so I'm gonna say there's a good answer. There's some good answers here. All right, I'm gonna go with The Rock. I'm gonna say that T2 doesn't fit the category, so I'm gonna skip past that one. I will go with Mount Rushmore is The Rock, True Lies, Con Air, Demolition Man. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's the call. I don't really know of any other films off the top of my head that actually missed that. I will agree on Con Air though. Con Air was just that every note that you can think of about 90s action blockbuster, I mean, that hit it all. That hit all the buttons. This is a two-way conversation. I feel like chat needs to get more involved with this. I think that's it, man. I think that's the Mount Rushmore of 90s action films. Patriot Games. What was the original? What was the other one? Clear and Present Danger. I liked Clear and Present Danger. I wouldn't call it an action film though. It was a political. Oh, what about Ronin? Yeah, political thriller. Ronin's got to be on there. Oh, I missed Ronin. Can the Mount Rushmore not have Ronin on it? That seems like a disservice. Ronin was like Born Identity before Born Identity. It was that like postcard to Europe. Oh, dude. If you're saying if you haven't seen Ronin, you have to see Ronin. I would genuinely say it is up there with those films. Now, does it have the kind of blockbusteriness of a True Lies or a Demolition Man or a Con Air? Actually, all four of those films are much more like blockbustery, kind of like mixing in humor, popcorn films. Ronin was not that. But that said, I would argue that Ronin might actually be like one of the best action films of all time. But it wasn't a popcorn film, you know? It wasn't one of those.
Good morning, town. You awake?
Hi.
You go out to begin another beautiful day and hope that there will not be the grisly sight that you encountered yesterday, but sadly, because you guys just can't seem to kill anybody, there's another body. The body of Kale, who died in the night.
Hey, CB, can we talk?
You have 7 minutes.
Demida.
Who was that, Mike?
Lead the way, Kevin.
Toads. Hello.
Hello, what are we?
I think you're not Legion.
I think you're not Legion. And that's
Okay.
because I don't think it's Legion.
Why do you not think it's Legion?
I think it was the Amni ability is what caused the no death, the no execution yesterday.
What would have been the difference?
We would have heard something along the lines of the execution goes through, or the execution doesn't pass.
Oh, but the execution passed, but he didn't die.
Correct.
So it can't be Legion in that case.
And I actually specified talking to Navian about that, and Navian assured me that no mistakes were made.
Okay, alright.
So I'm pretty sure it was an Amni ability that kept them. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not Legion, if that helps.
Yeah, I believe you. What are you?
I am a role that doesn't wake up at night.
I am a seamstress.
Have you used your ability yet?
I did last night.
Who did you check?
My neighbors are the same alignment.
Your neighbors are the same alignment. Okay.
And Lynn's in a double claim with me.
Interesting. I've also heard of
hard double claim.
I was gonna say I've heard of another. I mean, that could just be a pixie, to be fair.
But there's 3 people hard claiming seamstress right now.
Something for you to mull over while we're going over this. Chat has tasked me with coming up with the Mount Rushmore of 90s action films. Do you have any input on that?
I'll think on it and get back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Kevin.
Bye-bye.
Oh, there he is.
Anybody else want to chat?
Skills in Toads, if I could.
Interesting. Yeah, go ahead and lead the way.
JR, can I talk to you? Taverne? Who did you pick last night?
As what?
Oh, I thought you were suggesting that you were Lycan.
There are multiple roles that I said that can pick someone.
I thought you were suggesting that you were a Lycan. But if you are a innkeeper, that's also valuable info.
I mean, let's be fair, I really wanted Kale dead.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Was that your doing?
No. But I still wanted him dead.
Well, you got your wish.
And now, because it's impossible for good team to kill, and people I'm super sus on keep dying, I've no reason to believe otherwise that it is anything other than a Legion game.
Why do you think it's impossible for good to kill?
Well, it's not doing a good job so far.
Ah, I thought you meant that, like, mechanically, because of Kale dying, Good was unable to kill, and I was curious as to where you came to that conclusion.
No. Kev should have died because there's no role that is apparently alive that can protect him. People are saying amnesiac.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
You're the only person I think is the amnesiac, so ask, hope you got a question ready.
I'm not the amnesiac.
Okay.
I'd be very curious to find out who the amnesiac is, though, because they kept Kev alive somehow.
Yeah. And then there's Patrick and Kale. Sorry, on the first night, no matter how hard we tried, nobody could die because I would assume there weren't enough votes.
Right.
And then Patrick and Kale died in the night, and they were very sus, I feel. Kale in particular, who gave me a 3, and were all other people's hard claims.
Right.
And then there's Patrick, who,
Patrick has claimed Innkeeper.
He has, but on day 1, did you feel like there was something a bit off about him?
Well, he claimed that he was Serenovist. I'd take that as you will.
Fuck it. I'm gonna hard claim to you so you can give me some information.
Okay.
I'm none of the roles I said. I'm the mathematician. On
Alright.
day 1, I got a 0.
Day 1, 0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would someone being Serenovist
be considered a malfunction? No.
Okay.
Like a mare bounce, or a poisoning, or a innkeeper targeting a player that should have died at night. I'm imagining whatever this fucking Amni ability is, maybe. But yeah. So, do you have any other day info?
Day 2, 0. Day 3, 1.
Day 3, 1. Oh. All right.
Because I was until that 1, I was just going to assume I was going to get 0 all game because I don't think there is poison currently in game until right then. So maybe Kale could be a minion who got figured.
Have you considered you might be the marionette?
Lynn or Michael, who do you assume?
Probably Lynn. I have heard that there is a triple claim across the town of seamstress, and Lynn is one of those people. I don't know anything about Michael, but I'm assuming if that's the case, I'm leaning towards Lynn.
Well, neither of them wanted to inform me of this fact, so
yeah.
It's not as though they're required to, but it sure would help Evil Team if they had another minion.
Agreed. And just so you know, the information I'm giving you does come from not from a primary source. I'm the mayor. It just seems that a lot of people feel okay just telling me shit because they think I'm gonna live. So, I could have actually been targeted last night and caused the mayor bounce to Kale. That could be a math 1. I don't know.
We'll see. Alright, I'll live a few more days and then I'll come out with my information. Obviously, I don't need to come out yet because no one's dead yet.
Okay.
It's not like Good Team's in a bit of a risk at the moment.
Sounds good to me. Thank you very much.
That's it.
CB, are you still sticking with that claim?
I am very much still sticking with that claim. Why?
Just curious.
I mean, I think we can all say, people aren't believing what we claimed, Demeta?
What's that? People not believing the things that I claim? Just so everybody knows, in chat right now, there is a very wild discussion happening, but it has nothing to do with Clock Tower.
Nice. I was about to say, is chat helping you again?
God no. Chat.
Clearly they're riveted by this game, huh?
Listen, Kale, just so you know, I didn't think I thought you were a damsel, regardless of what chat was saying. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but when I claimed Balloonist when you were amnesiac, you marked me as evil.
I sure did.
All right.
And then somebody in chat had to correct you.
30 seconds of conversation, then I'm opening nominations.
Can I make a request for today's execution, please? I would like whoever we execute to only have people vote on them if that people voting also voted on Kev yesterday.
Well, I can't vote. Lynn, should I come out?
I
Michael,
think
it's
it would
not
be
Legion.
smarter for town, just so that they know what's potentially out there.
Alright, I was the barber and died last night.
Oh, lovely.
Which confirms it's not a Fangu world.
And it's not a Legion game.
Yep.
Does it confirm that it's not a Fangu? Because wasn't Patrick killed at night as well?
Would mean Patrick had to been the Fangu.
That would have meant that Patrick was the original Fangu.
Yeah.
It could be Patrick jumping as Fangu and then Kale dying. It could also be a good player dying in Night in the Legion, which also
I think it's too corner casey for me. I don't buy it.
Nominations are now open.
Mike
I now
nominates
have
Kev.
3
Mike.
outsiders on my ground.
Has nominated Kev. Mike, tell us why Kev should be executed today.
Skills, are you okay with info being outed?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. We can do that.
Skills is the amnesiac, and yesterday nominated Kev, who did not die. Had a chat with Skills today. I am your fisherman. The info I got, the helpful advice I got was, when things get weird, follow the lead. So that led me right to Skills. We chatted, and I assumed his ability comes down to, if Skills nominates someone on the evil team, that person will not be executed. Thus, I am nominating Kev to see if the execution will go through today.
I was about to vote for this for a second.
Okay, and Kev, your defense?
I'm already out to a bunch of people on the librarian. I'm fine to die. If I die here, I don't think it proves anything. But it's it's whatever.
Okay, 5 votes.
Are we still doing Michael's request, guys?
Wait, I have one more thing to say.
My hand is up because Michael requested the same people vote.
Excuse me.
Guys.
Hello.
Kev is trying to
Can we let
continue
Kev-
his defense, please.
Thank you, Navian. Can we let Kev finish, please?
Yeah, I just want to say, you can't kill me. You already tried.
Go for it.
All right,
Bleach
so
game
it'd be-
confirmed?
it'd be
Bleach game
JR,
confirmed?
Dak, Kev, Kale, Mike.
I can't vote.
Kale is dead, so let's not make Kale lead the dead vote.
I feel like I misunderstood Michael.
Yes, my request.
You want all of us to vote?
No, it doesn't have to be all of you. I just only among those people.
I actually trust. I'm trusting Skills though here.
Skills, you ready to die tonight?
Second call for nominations.
Then I will no longer be scared of Legion.
It's
not Legion.
It's not Legion.
I know it's not Legion, but like I'm one of the people who voted, so like.
Guys, how long can we keep up this charade about this not being a Legion? Legions, rise up.
Final call for nominations. Closing today in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kev, you have been chosen to be executed today, but before we do that, let's settle this book issue. Mr.
What did I
Demeta?
give you?
Book?
Oh, rimmed by Detective Helicoprian, of course. By the way, would be that'd be a fun experience.
Oh no.
I can tell you that it is fake. Sorry, guys.
Getting written.
Demita.
And your next one for tomorrow is Moby Butt.
Demita.
Can we speed this up? I gotta book.
Can you reset your brain?
I wish I could.
Yeah, no. You're writing better Tingler titles than Tingle at this point.
I didn't know it was the machine learning software.
Oh.
Not at all satisfied with your results from yesterday. You guys drag Kev back out again, and you say we are very upset with you for not dying when we told you to die. So you guys have come back today with even bigger pins, and one of you even was thoughtful enough to bring a number 2 pencil to the show. And though you stabbed Kev with the pins, they do not have any effect. But that lead from the number 2 pencil, Kev is executed and dies.
The whole time comically screaming about how you can't kill me.
I am become unto God.
Sorry, Kev.
So if Kev.
Wow, that's amazing. Alright, so. Okay, so to get back to what you guys are saying in chat, Die Hard of the Vengeance should be on the list. That's a really tough one. You guys mentioned a bunch of films that I would not care about. I think Small Soldiers, come on. Come on. Mortal Kombat, the movie was terrible. Both movies were terrible, Annihilation being somehow worse. Starship Troopers wasn't an action film. I would still say it was a sci-fi film, but, I mean, it wasn't a very, sci-fi-y film. It ended up playing out more like an action film. I liked Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers was great, but it was also a comic adaptation, if I remember correctly. The Mummy was 99, I think, or 98. The Mummy was a great film. I liked The Mummy a lot. Street Fighter with Van Damme, no. Bloodsport, eh. I don't put those in action film qualities, like those kind of those kind of films. Sudden Death, cute, love it. It's not, but I don't think it's the right film. Lethal Weapon, of course, sure. But I will say the only one that you guys mentioned that actually made me, and Boondock Saints obviously is great, but that was in the 2000s. Die Hard of the Vengeance is the only one of those films that makes me say, oh yeah, that might actually be a contender. That might be the number 5. I mean, it's really hard to contend with The Rock, True Lies, Con Air, Demolition Man. It's really hard to compete with those. I will be right back. Boondock Saints was 99. Someone confirm that. Boondock Saints was good, 99. I still don't put it in the Mount Rushmore. Sorry guys, it's just not good enough. Oh, it's a good question. Was it because of Columbine? Skills is the Amnesiac. Skills is the Amnesiac. This fucking Legion. Okay, now for real. I will be right back.
Hey, buddy. The maid is gone. It's just me and Chat and Chatty and we're just hanging out.
Okay.
It's cool. We can do that. We can hang out. It's all that hydrating. Sometimes when you do all that hydrating, you know, you have to release the hydration.
You
know?
sure do. That's exactly what happened. Hi, what's going on?
Hi. I wake you up and I show you a 1.
God damn it, I'm still alive. Okay, thank you.
You wanted to live. You said, I'm tired of dying so quickly. I want to play the game. Well, now you're playing it, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Enjoy this game.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, it's doing great. I'm alive. I'm concerned about that.
All right. Well, have fun.
Thanks.
Morning, early to bed, early to rise. Well, not all of you rise.
We forgot about bad boys.
Ills has died in the night.
Shocking.
Yeah, very shocking.
5 minutes till nominations.
Hooray, symmetry.
Actually, yeah.
I didn't
Oh
even
my
notice
God.
that. That's pretty good.
I'll info dump at the end of the day, guys.
If we really had symmetry, that means that Michael and I are next. Oh shit, Michael, you need to be careful.
Link, can we go talk again?
Hey, Tomato, can we talk?
Oh, okay.
Lead the way.
Patrick, can I talk to you one last time?
0. So it went night 1 0, night 2 1, night 3 1, night 4 1.
Okay, so you've got a 1 on Mike. You got a 1 on Mike and Kale, right?
I had a 1 on Mike and Kale, correct.
Okay. You're gonna probably get a 1 on CB
because CB's
regardless of Mike's alignment. Yes, you got CB's claim.
I have gotten CB's claim of recluse, correct.
Yeah. So your number is probably not going to change there. What do you think of Mike?
Fisherman's a pretty easy thing to be able to claim. I will say that the fisherman info of it was something like if things get weird, follow the lead or something like that. Like that sounds like fisherman advice in the fact that it's cryptic and doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And I'm not criticizing art here, if that actually is info, but again, it's fisherman info. It's part of what it is. Just that's what it does. I mean, I'd perfectly be fine. I mean, listen, if I'm an empath and I've been getting a 1 consistently in the past 3 nights with Mike as my neighbor, I'm perfectly fine killing Mike.
Yeah, I'd be happy to kill him as well, actually, at this point, based on that. I just worry that you're not going to get any useful information on KJ as long as CB's your neighbor.
No, from what KJ told me, I'm probably not going to get any info either. I mean, the real way to be able to get info is to get rid of CB, but just to be able to take the ambiguity out of it, but I don't know. I still don't have any claims from Dak or Lynn. I mean, Lynn is claiming Seamstress, which is a problem, but
yeah, well, Lynn
just be a
and Dak are 2 of the many Seamstress Oracle combinations I got on day 1. Kale was 1, which is resolved. He was trying to hide his barber.
Yep.
I was 1, like I was trying to hide my role as well. But yes, Dak and Lynn have both claimed Seamstress, Seamstress Oracle, and then 1 other role to me. So yeah, that was they were among the people made me very much paranoid of that Legion. Yesterday, someone.
I have claims from basically everybody else. Whether or not I trust them is the whole other question. If Patrick is to be believed that there's a Serenovis, that means that somebody else has been Serenovis locked this whole time.
Huh? Yeah. What do you have on JR?
I have a roll from JR. I'm not gonna release it because it was a hard claim in confidence, but it adds up. I'll put
Is
it
there
that way.
anybody he didn't hard claim to besides me? My goodness.
Sorry, I didn't hard claim back to JR.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, he was my first whisper of the game. He's like, hey, do you want to do hard claims? He's like, nope.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, ran away.
The only I basically had talked to JR long enough that JR was just like, you know what, at this point I'm just going to hard claim and just info dump. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to a couple other people because I want to narrow down my worldview and try to figure out who it's actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Can I talk to Dak?
You bet. Joe Miriam?
Yep.
What's up, Demeta?
I am the mayor.
Ooh, you are?
Yes.
That's awesome.
What are you?
I'm the Oracle.
You know that's a double claim, right?
Who's double claiming the Oracle with me?
I had heard, not a hard double claim, but I heard it in a 2.
Okay.
One person, sorry, I've heard it as a 2 from 2 different people. One of them is dead, one of them is alive. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Let me also figure out who are you looking at?
Patrick is evil.
Because of the Serenovus thing?
No, because of my number.
Okay. What's your number?
You got a 0, then a 1, and I've had ones the rest of the day.
Suggesting that Skills and Kale are good.
Mm-hmm.
And Kev.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's head back.
Do a 3 outsider count or 2 outsider count?
Right. Because we have a.
So if there's either a Fangu or there's no Fangu.
We have a barber.
Welcome back, everybody. Nominations are open.
All right, can I do an info dump, please?
Yeah.
Put it
All
in
right.
chat as well.
I am your it'll be in chat once I actually say this shit. All right. Night 1, I was woken up and asked to choose a player. I chose Kev. Day 1, I asked the question, is my ability each night choose a player? If they are evil, they cannot die. I got a warm. Night 2, woke up, chose CB. Question that day was, is it each night choose a player? If they are good, they cannot be executed. Got a cold. Night 3, woke up, chose Mike. Question was, each night choose a player. If they are evil, they cannot be executed. Got a warm again. My question was going to be, and was going to be phrased, each night choose a player. If they are evil and you nominate them, they cannot be executed. But of course, I was killed.
Oh boy.
Well, the problem is,
I just want to confirm.
Nominations.
I just want to confirm. You went super. You went pretty specific on your first day, and you got a warm.
Yeah, I went pretty specific on my first day because going too vague leaves too much to do. If I can narrow down something specifically and get a warm or a cold, I know where to go from there. That's the way my mind works.
But what we're getting at is the first thing you asked was I select someone, and if they're chosen, they don't die, or something along those lines.
Yeah, if they are chosen, they cannot die.
And I'm the one. And hold on. And I'm the one that surmised that if Skills specifically picks the person and nominates them, they do not die.
Demeta would like to nominate CB.
Demeta has nominated CB. Demeta, tell us why CB should be executed today.
It's nothing personal, but I have heard of what I now believe to be a trustworthy oracle, and if CB is what they claim they are, I believe this could be valuable information if they were to die.
And CB, tell us why you're not a good execution today.
I have heard of this Oracle claim. Yeah, go for it. Why not? You know, I'm the recluse. I've been the recluse. This happened last time too, but Demeta, I just want to, you know, I'm surprised you're not dead yet.
Might be because I'm not what I told you I was.
4
I know
votes will
that.
be needed.
We'll talk tomorrow, CB.
Sure.
Three is not enough. CB is safe. Execution today. Last call for nominations.
Michael will nominate Mike.
Michael has nominated Mike. Michael, tell us why your other Mike should die.
I have heard information that suggests that Mike is possibly evil.
Okay, and Mike, tell us why other Michael is wrong.
If that's potentially coming from, hypothetically, an empath that's sitting next to a recluse, then yeah, that's very likely why I have a possible ping.
Okay, 4 will be needed.
Just a question, Mike. You are spent, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a safe execution, but I think we need to start leaning into those that are fair. I'm in part of an evil thing, so that's fair.
2 is not enough. Mike is
Yeah,
safe.
I'm a safe execution either way.
KJ nominates KJ.
KJ has nominated KJ. KJ, tell us about it.
Hopefully the librarian ping is incorrect or was poisoned somehow. And if that's the case, I would like to die here. I think it would be beneficial for town.
Okay, anything further?
No,
Okay, 4 votes will be needed.
I want to die.
Aw.
Fuck me up, town.
Well, welcome back, KJ.
You didn't die as early.
You're dead.
Welcome back.
Songs I don't get.
That is 4, and that is enough.
You know why you don't
KJ
get
is
that
on the
tail?
block.
Why?
You're a child.
It's because you're a child. Yeah.
KJ,
And it's older than me.
Sometimes you play a game and you're the pit hag and you get to have fun, and sometimes you're just not a fun role. It happens.
Final call for nominations in 5,
Did you know we got
4,
Why did we not get enough votes?
3,
To be curious.
2,
I could have
1. KJ, you have been chosen to be executed today. How would you like to die?
Dealer's choice.
Well, as everyone goes to get their playing cards, we have a book to find out about.
Playing cards. What was the last one I gave you? Oh, Moby Butt, of course. How could I forget Moby Butt? I could have come up with this, but it turns out that Chuck Tingle came up with it first.
Of course.
L.
It's uncharacteristically uncreative.
For Tingle, I know. The one for tonight to consider is Ghouls Gone Wild Book 2, Rigor Mortis.
Oh,
I wonder how
Oh,
this
that's
one was
so
created.
good.
I can honestly say
I
that
refuse to
that-
believe that anyone other than a genius could make up that name.
I can honestly tell you that is a hard read.
Well, KJ, the town has gotten together. They have brought all their dice and cards out, and they're really just going to dealer's choice you, and so they just decide to throw all those at you, and you're really
with die.
You're really not at all intimidated by cards, but you realize that they brought the razor sharp playing cards, and they slice you to ribbons, and you die.
It's a very odd way to die.
So anyone feeling like they understand this game at all?
No.
I'm like 40% there.
I have to go to the bathroom, but I am half
haven't-
expecting to wake up tonight.
I haven't.
What is going on in this game? But like for real, what is going on in this game? KJ self-nommed and got enough votes. No one's broken madness. I got a 0 night 1, which suggests that if Patrick, there's either, all right. So let's start with that. Let's focus just on this area here. I am an empath who got a 0 night 1, and the only instance of madness I've heard of so far is Patrick, who the town seems to think is evil. If that's the case, I must have been poisoned. Or, so either Patrick is lying about being madlocked, in which case I have to have been poisoned because Patrick would be evil, or Patrick is telling the truth, and if Patrick is telling the truth, then that means that someone has been madlocked since night 2, and has been madlocked for 3 nights now. Which does seem like a very Mike thing to do, I will admit. I don't know. All I know is I keep getting 1s, and I'm still alive. So, I could just be the drunk. But how would they know I'm the drunk? There's no Godfather. Was Patrick night killed? Chat, figure this out for me. Was Patrick night killed? I believe he was. If Patrick was night killed, I could be vigor poisoned. Oh my god. Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, I wouldn't get a night 1-0 unless I was poisoned.
Hello.
How the fuck am I still alive?
You just cannot die. We are going to, I mean, I know that the conversation in Twitch right now is about movies or whatever you said it was, but man, they are missing some excellent play by you today.
You mean by not voting on anything?
Hey, it's the end, not the journey along the way. So
what if it was the friends that we made along the way?
It's definitely the friends you made along the way. And I know this may come as a surprise to you, but when you wake this evening, I show you a 1.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Chat, help me out here. I would have had to have been poisoned the whole time. How many are we gonna have after this? We're gonna have... I have too many tokens taking up the center. I can't even tell you how many people are alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna have 6. It may be worth coming out. I mean, I'm not gonna get any better info. What do we... I mean, is it worth coming out? Could just be drunk. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of outsider claims. I mean, we had a barber. We're clues. Which would suggest also that it's not a vigor if CB's to be believed or if Kale's to be believed. But it also means I'm not the drunk if either one of those is true. Unless there's a Fang goo. It's the only other way to manipulate outsiders is a Fang goo. I could just be Nodashi poisoned. Like, it could just be... Seamstress checked their neighbors. And they were the same alignment. Ooh, so I just got a text from Kevin about the Pantheon, about the 90s action films. Alright, you ready for this? None of them were on my list. Alright, Kevin's, KJ's, is The Matrix, Independence Day, Rush Hour, and Face Off. Rush Hour is a good shout, but guess what? It's definitely not in the top 4. Because they're not action films, Embryonic Hydra. They're not action films. I agree. I don't think Matrix is an action film. It has action elements. That's why I like T2 I didn't want to put on there, because T2 is probably the better film of all those films. That doesn't change the fact that it's not an action film. It's a sci-fi film with action elements.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff.
Blade was good.
You awake to another fine day here on the Bluff. It's a fine day for everybody except Michael, who died in the night. I'm gonna give you
KJ, wanna chat? Yeah.
Mida, let's go.
Lead the way.
Michael, my twin. Let's go chat in the beat.
Yep.
Hiya.
Before you say anything, yes, I'm aware that you role swapped.
Okay.
I did believe you were the mayor at first. I now know you did role swap with Michael.
Okay.
And that's all. I mean, I figured that's what you wanted to talk about.
How did you figure that
out? Michael told me.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yes, I talked to Michael. Michael was so convinced that it was a Legion game for the while that he trusted me, and he told me, I was lying, like, because he said that he was actually the mayor.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, somebody else claimed mayor to me. If I tell you who, will you confirm that you were in a role swap? And he was like, yes. And I said your name. So.
Okay, so what did Michael tell you that he was?
Michael told me that he was the empath.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you're the empath.
I might be.
And I'm probably fucking up your information.
Sure are.
What are you getting?
I think I'm just drunk.
Drunk?
Yep. So 01111.
And you don't think that's because you got a 0 because nobody was dead?
Because I don't think Patrick was good.
Oh.
The reason I don't think Patrick is good is because he's literally only given the only bit of information that would suggest there's a Ceranovus, which suggests one of two things. Either I am, my information has been true, and if my information is true, then Patrick actually was under the Ceranovus madness and has now been 4 days of someone else being madlocked because nobody else has come out as being under the Ceranovus.
Let me ask Demeta real quick. I just want to confirm: have we considered Mike?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. I'm just throwing that out there as well. Below, I don't know why you would keep getting a 1. That's the thing. That means I would have to. If Mike was good, that means I would have to be registering as evil every single night, and I feel like Art would. Well, I guess nobody has died since. That's weird.
It is, which is why I just think I'm drunk.
Okay.
And I feel like either I'm drunk or Patrick was vigor killed.
Mm-hmm.
And
is poisoning you because of it.
And so that's why evil knows not to come after me.
Oh.
However, that wouldn't explain my Empath 0 on the first day.
Unless
I was also poisoned.
Unless you were poisoned.
Or unless I'm the drunk.
Or you're the drunk.
Kale has claimed Barber. You're hardcore sticking with Recluse. You are not.
I'm not backing down from Recluse. I'm sorry. I know you want me to, and I simply won't because I am the Recluse. Interesting. Okay. Do you think Kale was also a Vigor Mortis kill? Are you just absorbing both poisons?
No, I mean, Kale claiming Barber, I definitely want to talk to Kale because I want to confirm that they actually are still claiming Barber. And yeah, I have a couple other people I need to talk to, so. But okay. Yeah, I actually just want, are you okay with Kale coming down here?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, that makes everything easier. Alright, so...
I will say I did act suspicious to Kale on the first day.
Okay.
I did call him my marionette. I wanted to see what would happen.
Nice.
So.
There's a couple other people I wanted to talk to. Oh, it's in Dudley. Hang on, I got this.
Okay.
Hello. I did the thing. I used my power.
Oh no! Marabus!
What are we talking about?
Are you 100% for sure, because this is very important, sticking with the claim that you were a barber?
Yes.
No equivocation. You just were the barber.
I was shown the barber token when roles were revealed.
So either somebody here is lying, or my info is actually correct, and I'm not the drunk. And I just refuse to believe that.
I honestly don't know how to interpret your information. It is pretty suspicious that you are getting the same number.
Is it safe to assume that Demeta is the empath?
Demeta is the empath, yes.
Okay, that's what I marked you down as.
Alright, let's head back.
In a perfect world view...
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Nominations are open. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Mike nominates Dak.
Mike has nominated Dak. Mike, tell us why Dak should be executed.
My first working world theory, assuming we have a marionette and poisoner in play as minions, points to Dak being a possible Fangu that has yet to jump, or a demon.
There's a dead barber.
There's a night-killed barber.
Solid
He's
state
not a
boss.
Yeah, there was a night-killed barber. How, I mean...
Okay, that's right. I mean, well, yeah, in the marionette world, it could still potentially point to that.
47 people, nerds of the
Okay,
West.
Dak,
thank
tell
you
us why
so
you should not be
much.
executed today.
We are playing Blood on the Clock
if you make
Tower, a social
assumption that
promotion
makes an
game.
ass out of you and me, I am a reoccurring night
Blood on the Clock Tower,
gathering
social
role.
promotion game led with
I've outed to a
way
few
better
people.
in every aspect.
I am not the best kill for today.
Please feel free to ask questions in chat.
3 votes will be needed.
A night.
I really don't know if
Fantastic group.
secrecy is necessary anymore.
A night gathering of deaths, perhaps.
Yeah, I would really. I have.
Hey y'all, Patrick, are you still claiming the thing that you told me?
3 votes is not enough. Dak is safe.
I'm sorry?
Chair nominates Mike.
Real quick here, I just wanted to say that we have been raided by a party of 47.
That's a lot of people talking at once.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Nerds of the West, for the raid.
Nerds.
Gosh.
I like their YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Now why am I being nominated?
So JR, why should Mike be executed today?
So he is a individual with a lot of evil sus and quite possibly evil pings, given how many people are looking at him right now. And even if you don't think that, he's still a spent role. And out of everyone who's currently alive, he's the one I'm most comfortable with killing.
Okay, Mike, tell us why you're not a good execution today.
Unless I suck at numbers, we currently have 6 alive. I think we're past the point of safe execution. In a world where, hypothetically, there's an empath, I believe. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. I do believe Tomato to be the empath. However, in another worldview, in the second worldview I have, Patrick started as a demon, probably the Fangu, and Demeta is his marionette. Could explain why Demeta's info is messed up. Unless I'm completely reading this wrong, then so be it. But that's
How does Mike know my
potentially
info's messed up?
that's where my second worldview is leading. That makes sense. This all hinges on there actually being a marionette in play, by the way. So if I'm wrong on that, so be it. But I think we're past the point of doing safe executions.
3 votes will be needed.
Mike, how do you know my info's messed up?
I don't. It's just a hunch, honestly. Yeah.
That's one hunch.
That is 4. That is enough. You have been put on the block. Second call for nominations.
Tomato, weren't you saying something?
I was. I was talking to Patrick. Oh, the other thing I should mention is, all right, I'm willing to indulge Patrick a little bit here and say that what they're claiming is true. Provided that that's the case, no one has come out and claimed that they were made mad by the Serenovus since Patrick on night 1. So I implore you that if you are mad, break madness now so that you can control the execution and not let evil figure it out so that we can confirm that there's a Serenovus.
Last call for nominations.
I do like this marionette though, like this marionette thought too, Demeta.
I do too, but I also like killing Mike. So
closing nominations in
I mean,
5.
That's fair.
4, 3.
Also, why has JR
2,
been running things?
1. Okay, Mike, you have been chosen for execution, but before you die, how about this novel?
Oh, geez. All right. Ghouls Gone Wild, Book 2, Rigor Mortis. It's a fake.
That was obviously a fake.
How could you?
I'm disappointed.
I will say, so for those of you Raiders, you're probably very confused as to what's going on right now. We are playing a game in a game where I give a title, and you are supposed to guess with the in-chat point system whether or not you believe this to be the title of a real erotic novel that can be purchased on the internet, or if it is something fake that I came up with. The one that you're going to get for the next one is Bisexual Arcade Machines Work My Slot.
All right, Mike, how would you like to die today?
Fish cannon.
A fish cannon, absolutely.
Oh, here we go.
We've all seen the delightful meme. Well, the town of Ravenwoods Bluffs decided that they are just not going to stand for this. Nobody should have a bigger fish cannon than this town. And to test how powerful the fish cannon is, they've decided to just fire it at someone, and
Wow.
you are that person. And so they go and they catch the biggest fish that they can, and they shoot it into that cannon and fire it off at you. And it turns out that they chose a swordfish, and it stabs you.
Impaled.
And you die.
I'm assuming that we go tonight.
And the game is finally, after so much time, moving on to another night.
All right, so for those of you confused about how that game went, so I'm going to probably die tonight because the town basically now knows that I'm the empath. If I don't die tonight, I'm pretty sure my info is incredibly suspect. There's just simply no way. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a 1, and listen, I'm gonna follow my info. Oh, Navian, brilliant job with the editing on that title. Thank you very much. Yeah, skills as Amni. Just yeah, I don't. Skills as Amni is basically guaranteed. I mean, it's all but confirmed at this point. The issue comes from the fact that we just don't know what it does, and I don't know. I just don't know. Just don't know. Yeah, I mean, Navian's become an expert at this point of knowing what to do. Thank you again, Nerds from the West. I really do appreciate it. So as far as what is Blood on the Clock Tower, if some of you don't know this game and don't feel comfortable in chat, I will tell you that what we're playing is a social deduction game and very much akin in the same spirit as Werewolf, Mafia de Cuba, The Resistance, etc. However, this is a social deduction game in which the evil players and the good players both gain hidden roles, and each role is a role on the script, which is to the right side of the screen. Those roles each have abilities that are not repeated. They are not in this. There's different people who all have different abilities. There is a function in the game of being poisoned or drunk, which basically means if you are poisoned or drunk, the storyteller, who is basically the DM of the game, has the opportunity to give you misinformation or lie to you. Essentially, when you're poisoned or drunk, you don't have an ability, but the storyteller is allowed to lie to you to be able to balance the game. We do executions every day. We do during the night. People play in a certain order, so you'll see a lot of characters that say night or not night. Patrick wants to talk to me, which suggests I'm his marionette. And as far as the side game is concerned, you guys really walked into something special, Raiders. You sure did. We usually play very innocuous sorts of games, like, for example, what's a good one that we did recently? I give you a name, and you have to ask whether or not... excuse me. Whether or not that name is the name of a Kentucky Derby winning horse or a strain of marijuana. Or we did, is it a band name, or is it the name of a fictional alien race from literature, from video games, pop culture? Usually they're a little tame. You know, they're kind of just fun little things that we do every day. You guys happen to walk into the post-watershed version of the game, though, which is WAP or Crap, which is where we give a title, and you either tell me whether or not it's real, or you tell me that it's fake. And some of these can get pretty raunchy, get pretty hysterical, let's be honest. And if you're not familiar with the work of the great Chuck Tingle, you will be. Navian, I'm purposefully trying not to pick ones that I don't think are going to work, that are not going to fit. But There's only so much I can do. Ooh, it's Rex Manning Day. I'll put it this way, Navy, and there are some in here that are incredibly long that I know for a fact would not fit. I'm purposefully avoiding those because I know that you're going to have trouble putting them in. So I try to add ones that are going to be closer to real. So what happens to a former when a demon barber swaps their minions when one of the minions is a marionette? They stop being the marionette. It's Rex Manning Day, guys. Navy and I can confirm that one of the titles I wanted to use is somewhere genuinely in the range of like 200 characters. I definitely would not, you would not have the space for it. Crystal Dax, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. Thank you, Raiders. Thank you for the support. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to jump in and play some Blood on the Clock Tower, we have a link in our profile for the Discord server in which we play Blood on the Clock Tower. If you're not familiar with the game, don't feel overwhelmed. This is actually a pretty advanced script. We are going to...
Hello!
No fucking way am I alive.
Yes, you are, and I hope you're entertaining all those people in chat.
I'm trying to. Jesus. All right, what do you got me?
I wake you up and I show you a 1.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So my role is the Empath. Each night you learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil. And I've been getting 1s for pretty much the entire game. It's incredibly suspicious, especially because one of my neighbors is the Recluse, who may register as evil even if they are not evil, because they don't have a red token. I'm starting to think. This marionette thing might not be wrong. We may actually be evil, boys. But for now, we're going to assume that we're not. If I'm the marionette, so be it. Patrick wants to talk to me today. I'm pretty sure he's going to tell me that he's my demon and I'm the marionette. I don't believe it. It's a very logical reasoning for what I'm getting. But yeah. But if you folks want to... Yeah, I know. If you guys want to play Blood on the Clock Tower, this is a pretty advanced script with some pretty advanced players who have played dozens, if not hundreds of games. But on Wednesdays, our friend Kev, who you can see in this town square right now, does games for players that are brand new with a beginner-friendly script on Wednesday nights. Yes, there's a Discord link in our profile for Twitch. So if you go to the Twitch profile page, there should be a link there for our Discord. Feel free to pop in. Even though you may not be from Connecticut, guess what? Pretty much nobody who's playing here, except for me and Kev and KJ and Navian, are actually from Connecticut. Most of the people here are not from Connecticut. Some of them are not even from the U.S. Some of them are not even from this continent. So we accept a lot of players from all over. We just ask that you not be a dick, and that's really the big one. That's all I really care about. So yeah, this is gonna look a little. It's gonna look a little big. A little crazy for those people who are new to the game, but I really implore you to come and give it a shot.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. You awake to a kind of a rainy, dreary day, and it's made even more rainy and even more dreary when you find the body of Lynn.
Lynn, no.
That's okay.
3 minutes.
Tomato, can I talk to you quickly, please?
Lead the way, Patrick.
I kind of want to do a lot.
Hello.
Let me guess. You're my demon. I'm the marionette.
Incorrect.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, because there's nothing you can do about it now. I'm the Serenovus. I was Vigo killed. I've locked someone in place. If they break it now, they lose the game. I'm not gonna tell you even who it is. Good luck.
Funny. All right. Thank you.
Confirmed good player. Kill me.
Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, I think the unfortunate thing, right, is there's a lot to figure out here.
I think Kev was poisoned day one. I don't think there's a drunk in this game.
But there's also a lot of us who either are not trusted or don't have any more information to contribute.
Yeah, Kev, I don't think your info is correct.
Demeta, can we talk real quick?
Lead the way.
I saw you talk to Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
You want to explain that?
I was going to share it publicly with the town.
Oh, this has got to be good.
Patrick told me they are... I said basically, let me guess, I'm the marionette and you're the demon. He's like, nope, it's even better. He said, I am the Serenovus. I have been madlocking someone the entire game, and if they break madness, then you guys lose, so good luck.
Oh no! That's so dirty.
It is really dirty, isn't it?
That's so dirty!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So, I'm pretty sure it's not you, which means it's either Dak or JR.
Shit.
So, I don't know. I would, if that is to be believed, which I'm
I
not
will
sure
say,
that it is.
I will say I am the recluse.
Okay, I figured you would be saying that anyway.
Hi, Avian.
Hello.
If you're checking as to whether or not CB has broken madness in the case that they are mad, they have been claiming recluse the entire time.
Okay.
Yes, and Demeta has been claiming Empath the entire time.
I have been claiming Empath the entire time. I am going to head back to town. I need to talk to JR and Dak.
All right.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
I am seamstress confirmed.
To be on the evil team. Good.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. I am the pixie seamstress confirmed. And I was matched against the former seamstress.
Okay, yeah. So since that out, I was the seamstress. I checked skills in Lynn, and then I got myself hung.
What's going on?
And then Lynn, the pixie, got my seamstress ability and checked her neighbors, myself and JR. And pretty much, so skills to JR is cleared as good.
Okay, I don't know if I can follow that, but sure.
Hey guys.
Holy crap, how much time did we get for whispers today?
Not much. All right, guys.
No, not nearly enough. I didn't. Oh, son of a...
I have some info I'd like to share with the town.
Please, Chris, I'd love to hear it.
All right, let me do a big little info dump since I think this has the potential to... Actually, wait, we're on Final Four, right?
Yep.
Final Four.
Yeah, we are.
Is anyone not in favor of going to sleep?
I think it's.
We can nail the
perfectly
demon today, then fine.
No, Mike, I'm asking. Is anyone ardently against going to sleep?
Hey,
Okay,
Dak?
so I'm on the fence. I honestly don't. I believe that there's a chance, and I'm sorry to say this, Demeta, because you're in that group, that there are 3 evil players alive. I don't. The fact that I don't fully believe that is the only reason I'm considering going to bed.
All right, so if that's the case, then y'all are not going to let us go to sleep and save this info for tomorrow, so I'm just going to out with it. As you guys know, I was the empath. I was left alive this entire time. Empaths are indeed real, but I was apparently only real for 1 day. I got a 0 on the first night, and I've been getting 1s ever since. So when it was Mike and Kale, when it was Patrick and Kale, it was a 0, and then when it became Mike and Kale, it was a 1. When it became Mike and CB, it was a 1. When it became just now JR and CB, it's been a 1. That's been the whole thing. Now, here's the thing. I just had a lovely conversation with Patrick. Take this as you will, but Patrick has said that he is a Vigo-killed Serenovis and has been madlocking someone the entire game who is still alive. And if that player breaks madness, then they're going to get executed, the demon gets the final kill, and the game is over. I can confirm I am the empath, and just for the purposes of being able to show that it's not me, I'm the mutant, I am the mathematician, I am the oracle, I'm the amnesiac, whatever. However, here's the thing. There are 2 outsiders naturally in this script, and if a Vigo is in play and Patrick is to be believed, that means that it's a Vigo -1. There's no way to add a +1. Kale is claiming Barber, is not backing off of that. CB is claiming Recluse and not claiming off of that. I would be willing to wager that CB might be the demon here, provided that JR and Dak, one of them is madlocked. I would assume it's Dak because JR just claimed a bunch of different roles that are not the one that they claimed to me in private. So I'm pretty sure, based on the information that I have, that it's probably CB.
May I just throw a defense in real quick?
It wasn't an accusation.
Well, before you do that, CB, I'll just say second call for nominations. Go for it.
I really... Listen, I mentioned to you that there was a possibility that Kale was the other minion and was also Vigor killed.
I know.
And you could be absorbing both poisons right now.
I like the CB kill because it also plays into if it's a Fangu. If Patrick was Fangu who jumped day 1, the only real thing he could have jumped to would have been CB. So it plays into that as well.
This is the final call for nominations today.
Also, other than causing chaos, which Patrick is an agent of, and I appreciate that, what benefit is there to just coming out as on final
Demeta,
four?
to flex, Demeta will nominate knowing full well that I may be the only good player left alive, and I may be throwing the game by making the wrong accusation. Demeta is going to nominate CB.
Please don't.
Demeta has nominated CB. Demeta, anything to add to what you've already claimed?
If we lost the game on this, we lost the game on it. I'm sorry, but this is where the information's pointing me. Not just Patrick's gambit, but a bunch of other information I've collected from other sources seems to suggest that it might just be CB.
Okay, CB, your defense. If you had anything to add,
executing on a final four is not a good idea. Regardless of how sure you are of who the demon is. We should not be doing this. I would not be nominating you. I would not be nominating anybody.
I asked if we wanted to go to sleep.
2 will be needed.
I want to go to sleep. Why are we doing this? Patrick and KJ, why are you?
Bad idea.
Guys, Patrick,
bad
God
idea.
damn it.
KJ, please. Oh, yeah, Mike's evil.
Yeah, we lost the game.
Yep.
No, I truly believe CB is the demon here based on...
I don't want to go to bed here.
Yeah, but we could have waited until tomorrow.
3 votes. CB is on the
So
board.
I think you're evil.
I'm fine. Believe that I'm evil.
CB,
Okay.
CB's gonna have to nominate Demeta here.
CB nominates Demeta. Anything to add to what you've already said, CB?
Guys, please just tie this. Like the living players can tie this.
Just
tie
Demeta?
it.
Demeta, any defense?
Kale, if you're evil, you're a fucking asshole because you're gonna tip this into 4 if we do tie it to 3. But yeah, let's give it a shot. I'd love to tie it.
Okay. CB's on the block with 3. 3 will be needed.
Dak, what are you gonna do?
Dak, you vote?
Hold on. Hypothetically, if Patrick is claiming to be a Vigor killed minion, if we execute him,
that is 3.
Would he?
Nobody is nominated today.
Would Patrick lose the ability to use his ability while dead if we execute him a second time?
No.
Final call. In 5.
All right.
4.
Yeah. What?
3.
That was a really dumb
2.
idea, Demeta. Like, why
1.
would you do that?
The day has come to a close. Nobody has been executed today, but we do still have a book to learn about.
We do. Oh,
Appreciate
bisexual arcade machines work my slot, obviously.
Yes.
I of course did not make this one up. This was a tingler
Woohoo!
from the jump. Lastly, because I feel like we're only going to get one more of these, let's throw in Ravished by the Triceratops.
Oh, that's
Hey,
gotta
Demeter,
be a
how
book.
long do you work on this for?
Way longer than I should have.
Okay.
I've
Your
seen some
boss
shit,
must be
guys.
very proud.
Good night, everybody.
I think it's CB. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the correct play too. Why would Kev not be poisoned day one? Nah, it's the only way that works. I think it's the only way that works. I think that it has to be CB Nodashi. So, if my predictions are correct... If my predictions are correct, they're gonna kill me tonight, because they don't want me nominating. The Madlocked player is going to stay Madlocked. It's going to be probably Dak as Oracle. JR is going to still be alive. JR is going to have to do the nomination of CB. How did Michael die? That's the other thing I still can't put together, is how did Michael die if they're the mayor? It's probably a minion. Probably minion, probably a poisoner, probably got Vigo killed. Or can't be Vigo killed, it would have to be a Nodashi. Yeah. If it's CB... Yeah, it's probably Michael. I probably roll swap with Michael. Could be Mephit. Mezephiles. Maybe. I don't see us winning this. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't see us winning this. But yeah, they probably want to take me out so that I can't nominate. Then that would leave JR, Dak, Madlocked. He's probably not Madlocked. Yeah, Patrick's probably just having a go. Because he can't be Vicar killed and I'm poisoned by a Nodashi. It's impossible. So, those two cannot coexist together. What are the
Hi.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. You've lived this whole time.
How about that?
You wake up and I show you a 2.
Of course you do. Thank you.
Yep.
So I'm not dead. JR's dead? Which means I'm the only good player. I'd say maybe it was... The most realistic scenario to me is CB, Vigo... No, because then the Serenova shit doesn't make any sense. I'm guessing it's Poisoner. So that means my info would all be right. Just CB, I had CB the whole time. My information has just been sober. I keep on thinking that this info is busted. It's not. The info is perfectly fine. I got poisoned night 1, and Patrick was evil, and then, or maybe they Mephit turned. I don't know. Maybe they Mephit turned, but I've just been getting 1s on CB the whole time, and yeah, I've just been getting correct info this whole time. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Fucking hell.
Okay, real quick before anybody goes anywhere, we did have a question in game chat from Mike. We just wanted to see, is that something that you want clarified publicly, or would you prefer a private?
Oh, publicly is fine.
So if a pixie were actually the drunk, they would see any folk token that we choose that could be in play or out of play, and they would be unable to gain the ability, although we would be allowed to deceive them into believing that they had gained that ability.
Okay.
Other news, JR has died in the night. I will give 2 minutes for whispers. 2 minutes.
Well, my view on things, I got a 2 last night, by the way, which would suggest...
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
JR, can you simplify your info? Because I can't make heads.
Can I give out some info here?
You can't make heads or tail of this information.
No, because you should be getting numbers. I don't know what you do.
001100.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why didn't you just write
Yeah,
001100?
Because you like to make things complicated to confuse people.
JR, listen. Can I talk to you? real
No,
quick?
I like to make things as simple as possible by
That is
making sure
not
everyone
simple.
understands what the information actually means. As in, on night 1, no information roll was drunken or poisoned, and no mechanical roll, as in, let's say,
Oh, okay. You updated it because it was the way you had.
No,
it
so
before
the
was-
thing is, JR, that doesn't say that they're not drunk or poisoned. They could actually have been drunk or poisoned and still work properly.
Correct.
Also, it's not just information rolls; it's rolls.
Guys, Dak was going to
abilities.
info dump before we went to nominations. Go ahead, Dak.
I hate this role.
Okay.
Was I killed by law?
I am your oracle. I received a 0 until Patrick died, and then I received a 1. And it stayed on 1s until Skills died, when I received a 2. And it has been a 2 ever since. So I believe that someone in this group of 3 is definitely lying. They're definitely evil.
I mean, who else died the night that Skills died? Anyone?
Well, Skills
I
died
have
in the
not
night.
been. I have not been keeping
Did
track.
anyone die the
Could have
same
been an
day?
Hold on,
execution
hold
as
on.
well.
Kev was executed. Was executed the day Skills died at night. 'Cause that was the day we
So-
tested Skills' amnesiac.
The Skills is hard cleared.
Whispers are now closed and nominations are open.
Well,
What day did I die?
Skills is confirmed through me because my fisherman info said, "When things get strange, follow the lead," which pointed me to Skills. So Skills has.
I mean, that's
Also, the
Skills
main
is
event
also
is-
You could possibly
There's
be,
also
you could
seamstress
possibly be the
in there.
marionette too.
ability.
Hey,
And
Dak,
he's double seamstress.
Yeah.
Too.
who would you nominate right now?
I don't know. Honestly,
Deck is obviously
probably Tomato.
Yeah. So the evil team is Dak and CB. It's just Witch's Demon.
What makes you think that?
Almost everything.
Who's the other evil?
It's Dak and CB are evil.
Who's
And I
the
think there's
other
a third.
evil?
Oh, the third? I would say
Probably
Mike,
Mike.
honestly.
Could have had a method. Could have changed Patrick over too.
Yeah.
Could have been another method too.
I can't. I hate what I've been told.
So
Well,
what,
Patrick
I'm
died.
pretty sure.
I mean,
If
honestly,
Barbara, guys, listen.
hon-
If Barbara had died, why wouldn't the demon, swap, the method with their minion, get another method?
I don't think we have a method.
Second call for nominations.
I have a character question. If the person who is said the method word, Mezephilus word, dies by the demon, would they change alignments before the death, or would they change alignment after the death?
Mezephilus goes before the demons.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Also, the death doesn't matter. Dead players can also be converted into
Yeah.
evil.
Well, all right. I've got a 50-50 at this point. I'm pretty sure they're both evil. I'm gonna pick one, and they're gonna end up being the minion, and the game's gonna be over.
Then pick the other one.
CB, are you nominating?
I actually want you to nominate first.
Yeah. What a fucking shock. Dak, are you nominating?
I'll wait on you, Tomato.
Yeah. What a fucking shock.
You're lead. No, wait a minute. You're leading here, and I'm just going to point out to town here that I mean, I'm not trying to meta art at all, but we bring the great storyteller Tomato to our game. Let's not make him evil. Okay, sure.
Final
Tomato
call for
nominate
nominations.
Dak. Tomato didn't nominate Dak.
I don't know.
Demeta nominates CB.
Wait.
Let's get it over with.
Tomato has nominated CB.
I think it's Dak.
Tomato, state your
I would've-
case.
I would have liked a proper round robin first.
Ain't nobody
Yeah,
got time for that.
it's. I don't think it's
So
CB.
late now.
I'm trusting the info that I've gotten, and if we threw, I apologize that we didn't do a round robin in time, but I think this
We
is
need
it.
all good ghost votes on this.
I don't
And
believe it's
we-
CB, honestly. I
we
think
have
it's
to
Dak.
vote for.
I mean, you don't have a choice.
I'm sorry, guys.
have
Can we
to
let
vote for
can we
this
let
because
CB
Dak and CB aren't.
They
on
are.
the vote.
can we let CB have the defense, please? CB should be the only person talking right now.
No,
CB?
please let them continue. This is hilarious to watch.
Okay. We are going to run the vote now. 2 will be needed, CB.
We need ghost votes so the evil can't just counter.
If we're gonna go all in, if we're gonna commit, it has to be on CB.
Go ahead, commit to that one. Commit it. Come on.
That is 4. That is enough. 4 votes on CB. Any further nominations?
CB nominates Demida.
Yeah.
CB has nominated Demida. CB, state your case.
I mean, there's nothing we can really do about this. We have to push these votes now. I'm sorry, Demida. It's clearly you.
And Demida, your defense?
It's clearly not, and I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, I've gotten the info that I have, and I love the anti-meta of saying that you're gonna not meta the storyteller by saying you're gonna make Demida evil, but you. Either way, I think this is the most solid worldview. Listen to your own info, and I think if you listen to your own info, you'll know what the correct answer is.
And there are 4 votes on CB, so 5 will be needed to change that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Kev.
It's fine. You can't. CB's
3 is not enough.
All right.
CB is still on the block. Dak, will you be nominating today?
Sure, Dak will nominate Dak since we don't have enough votes now.
Dak will nominate Dak.
That's not necessary. I concede.
CB has been executed and dies. Is there a Tingler that we have to sort out?
Ravished by the Triceratops.
I can't tell if it was gaslighted day 1 or not.
It's 100% real. By Christy Sims.
Oh my god.
Woohoo!
That's not a check.
It's so real, it doesn't want to friggin'
I
be
really
loaded.
need to hear this curtain call right now.
Well, I would like to congratulate Demeta's team.
Thank God.
The good team on their victory.
Well done,
Thank
Demida.
goodness.
Damn it!
Wait, can I want this question answered now? Am I evil or am I good?
You're good, Kale. You're
good.
Legit, no, CB came up to me like day 1 and said, "You're the marionette," and I've been sitting here questioning that. I was like, I can't tell if I was gaslighted or not. I'm just like, ugh.
Just wait.
Hale,
Guys, listen.
Hills did the same thing to me.
Guys, listen, please. Let the thing go around. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll do the curtain call here. First of all, Davian's script lived up to every expectation I had for it.
Oh boy.
Top of the circle, JR was your mathematician. All the mathematician information they got was good, clean, and pure, and accurate.
What does it mean?
The numbers,
Well,
Mason. What do they mean?
Maybe you'll figure it out as we go along. Michael was your mayor. Michael was targeted one night, and we bounced it, and that was one of your ones. We bounced that kill, and then Michael was targeted again the next night, so we let it go through. Dak was your starting...
Art, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I did not hear the 4-minute warning on that one day.
Yeah.
The problem is, I was going to go talk to the Big Tomato and do my thing.
Yeah, I figured that's what happened, and I was like, well, Navian and I could still find worlds where it would have come in handy, but
yeah. Dak
was your starting poisoner, and Kev was your starting Mesopheles, and Kev's Mesopheles word was haberdash, and he gave that word to CB. CB, the same night CB turned evil from the Mesopheles word, he was Fangu jumped to by Patrick, your original Fangu.
I was, in fact, the good recluse not the entire game, but I was the good recluse from the start. I did say the word, and then I was also turned into the Fangu.
CB was good recluse at the beginning, then got turned evil, then got turned into the Fangu.
And
Kale
walks
was
up to me.
Kale was your starting barber, who was killed by CB the night after they became the Fangu, and CB chose to switch Kev and Dak, thereby creating a new Mesopheles in Dak, who got a new word, Guten Tag. Dak did not, unfortunately, get the opportunity to give that word to anyone. I think they were waiting until that final day to kind of tip it. And
I was actually the day before I was going to try to get Demeda to see if he wanted to join a dark cult, but I didn't have enough. I didn't. Yeah, I figured you probably would have, except for quality for the stream, if nothing else. But the only problem was that we went to town. You went to chat with CB. And the next thing I knew, Art was putting up Whispers Are Closed. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
And I'm sorry, Dak, I heard that, but I was like...
I kind of screwed the pooch entirely because I definitely should have nominated Dak. I'm sure we would have gotten at least the votes to tie for Dak. So...
Well, and at the end, I was trying to take all the sus, too. So.
Demeda was the empath, but not really. Demeda was the drunk, but I have never seen a drunk empath. With the exception of the very first night when I gave you a 0 with Patrick sitting beside you, every other piece of information I gave you was 100% accurate.
Yep. I figured I actually thought that I could... So at the end, it very well could have just been that Dak poisoned me night 1, which is what I thought it was. But no, I'm fine. Dude, the drunk saved the town. If that's not some... that's not some poetic shit.
Can you post your
2
night
games
info again?
in a row where the drunk saves the town.
Clearly, Patrick was your starting Fangu. Mike was your fisherman, who I think he shared his fisherman advice with you. I wanted to lead him towards Skills, the amnesiac. Skills' ability was each night select a player. That player's living neighbors, if good, will be safe from the demon. If evil, will be safe from execution the next day.
God, that's so fucking complicated.
Jesus Christ. Anyone guess that?
But Skills got half of it on the first day. He just put it all in the person, so I gave him a warm. But then he
guess with nothing is crazy.
Then he went back a little bit and got a cold. Then he got back up to a warm. I felt like that maybe Kev not dying was going to tip it over to him since his ability was on CB that night. I said, well, maybe that'll be the tipping point, but I think he needed maybe one more good night to get closer to it.
Yep. Wait, how did Kale die then? If the
Fangu only jumps once.
Yeah.
No, but like it says you described the person you select.
It was no longer.
Oh no,
on
that was in the Patrick.
It was no longer on CB that night. He had moved it to Mike. KJ was your seamstress. KJ got good information, asked about Skills and Lynn, got told they were same alignment. Then Lynn, your pixie, became the seamstress and asked about her neighbors, KJ and JR, and got told, yes, they are both good. So there was a nice bond of trust up there at the top of those.
What night did KJ use his ability?
I think third night.
Okay. I was going to say, because I know as a poisoner, I poisoned KJ night 1, Len night 2, and Demeda the night that I was changed.
So wait, Len, do you want to say it?
I never poisoned anybody. I got executed.
Every day. Okay, I told Kale on day 2, I think it was, that I was the seamstress.
No, I think it might have been day 3.
Oh, okay. And every day since, Kale would bring me into Whisper. Did you use it? No. Oh, fine, we're done. Next day, did you use it? No.
Did you use it?
Fine, we're done.
Yeah.
The day that KJ died, I was like, stop asking me. I'm the pixie seamstress. I can't use it.
Well, then,
that's a round robin?
That's it. That's everything.
Art, can I out that little thing that happened at the beginning of the game?
Sure, Kevin.
Okay, so I posted in chat at some point that I think it was right after I didn't die to execution that I thought the entire game was a troll against me, because the first thing that I saw in this game was the marionette token, and I DM'd Art and said, and then I got the Mesophyll token. Then I didn't die from execution, and then the next night I swapped roles, and I was like, what is this amnesiac ability, and is it all about trolling me?
see, no, legit, straight up. After CB came up to me and said, "You're the marionette. What are you?" I just silently said, like, barber, and then we never talked again the entire game.
So yeah, that was the other funny thing is I had first seen Marionette, and then the first conversation that I had was CB saying I was their Marionette.
So I
No, you
full
weren't
on-
the only one I did it to, Kale.
No, I know, but you remember I said no, I don't need to. It happened before the game. It doesn't matter. Remember I said that in that conversation?
I sat there,
Oh, yeah,
and then during nominations, twice I went to Navian and went, "Can the Marionette be an outsider?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went to the cobbler like 3 times and just surfing the cobbler, I'm just like,
Oh yeah, no,
I'm so lost
absolutely.
at this game.
Yes, the only requirement for the Marionette is they have to be a blue token who's sat next to the demon or to the recluse who's registering as a demon.
Which is why I was thinking Demeta was the Marionette. But in amongst the multiple worldviews that I was generating, I somehow forgot Kev was evil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was evil this entire time. I was like, oh.
That's why I was so quiet for most of the game, because I thought that people thought that I was evil, and I didn't want to, like, anything I say you're going to turn around, basically.
Well, Navian pointed out to me that even though Dak had accidentally missed that last chance, Navian was like, well, they could just come in tomorrow and just look at the last living player and go, hey, I'm the Mesopheles. Would you like to say the word become evil tonight and win with us,
Wait, am I stupid or do I?
I thought about that, but the only problem with that is if I would have asked Demeta to go to a private chat, it would have made both of us so sus.
So
Who cares?
Well, but
Yeah.
then
Hold on,
if I say it in town square, somebody else can beat you to saying it.
Yeah.
Not if you then go off privately to give the word.
Well, that's true.
So, I only see 2 outsiders.
There were 3.
Drunk.
CB.
Or the drunk.
It was drunk, barber, recluse.
Right,
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting
The
that
Empath
CB
was the
was.
drunk, yeah.
I keep on forgetting CB wasn't the original Fanku.
Yes, I was the reckless.
So hold on. So Dak, which day did you become the Mythic? Because I'm not saying whatever the fucking name it is.
Like day 4.
So what? So you could have came to me and converted me, and I would have every time. I'm not turning
Mike
evil loses.
Mike got denied twice in this game.
First a betrayal, and then just an outright.
See, no.
Yeah, but see, by that time you had already worked with skills to try to figure out his ability.
So,
and you were working so hard for the good team.
I was absolutely sure. I was absolutely sure that Dak and CB had crafted that swap so that Dak could go convert Michael, the mayor, into the evil mayor, so they could trigger it later for the win.
No, see, Demeta told me he was the mayor, and that's the reason why I was waiting for that next to last day, because
done,
I was
Michael.
going to go. I was going to go to him and go to Demeta and say, "Hey, you're the evil mayor. Let's get an evil mayor win."
I apologize, Dak. I probably withheld that information from you.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Demeta and Michael had swapped roles, and Michael was actually the one who told me that.
I have a question for Dak and CB. When we were on 4 and we were tying on Demeta, should I have thrown that vote too?
Yes, you should have thrown that vote.
Okay, I thought
Yes.
so.
I mentioned that to Navian after the fact. I was like, oh shit, Kev could have snuck that vote in, and we would have had a win right there. But
The problem, though, the reason that I didn't is because I thought that, I thought everybody was sus on me, if not just like outed as evil at that point. And I thought voting there would have outed me as evil, and there were enough good votes left to.
I mean,
yeah, we would have
maybe.
needed good to be like unanimous. Well,
I'm kind of wishing that Patrick hadn't thrown his vote away. Hey, Patrick.
So hold on.
Oh, Patrick's gone.
If I
Yeah, it's really late for Patrick. It's like
God,
almost 7:30 in the morning.
I said CB claimed Marionette to me, not claimed Marionette, told me I was their Marionette. I don't believe him. Kill CB. We would have ended the game like 2 hours
Man,
ago.
we could have ended. We could have ended at 5-4.